What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Man, everything's good. It's a beautiful, beautiful Monday, Deke. Great weekend in the Moats household. Oh, felt good out here, man. I felt like it started on Saturday. My Dukes took care of business, and then it just took all the way over on Sunday, man. Just across the board, man. I just feel great today. I'm happy to be here, man. You are fly as heck, bro. What the heck, Deke? Like, I was smelling your cologne. You smelled nice, man. I was like, all right, Deke, where you going today, bro?
I don't got cologne on.
What you got on something today? What you got on, man?
I got this sweater on.
You got something on, man. I'm looking at the sweater, the jeans. I see the Jordans on your feet. Where you going today, bro?
Nowhere.
No.
Back to my crib.
No, Deke. Don't you give me that now, Deke. Don't you do that. Don't you do that, Deke. This.
Just the new standard.
Wow. So all of a sudden, rest start pulling up. Now all of a sudden, you wearing cologne in the building. You got the sweater on. You got the fresh jeans or the jeans. That's what's happening now. That's what's going on now. I need to know. You sure you ain't got no action tonight, bro?
Sweater for a minute.
But you ain't brought it out with this. This is like you going somewhere. Who you got to see tonight, man? What's going on tonight, man? I know we got Monday Night Football. Nobody's even watching this Monday night game tonight. I know you're not worried about the game. So what's going on tonight, man?
I might be because I need to get my picks straight. Had a tough weekend. Predicting games.
Hey, man. It was a great weekend, man. You good, bro. You vibed out, man. But you look sharp today, bro. You clean, man. I'm just trying to figure out what the situation is, man.
Nothing crazy.
Okay.
Just a Monday.
Still not going to reveal their name to us?
I got nothing, man.
All right. It's all good, baby. It's all good. In due time, we're going to find out. In due time. But, yeah, Deke, this ain't normal. This is like you got a hot date. Somebody about to be blowing your phone up, man.
It's a casual sweater.
Look, when it get to 6:30 today and Deke start looking at that phone, just know, all right, we're going to get the answers to the test today. We're going to find out what's going on, man. But I like it, though, bro. I like it, man. How was your weekend, though, bro?
Good, I guess. Mixed bag.
Fair
from
enough.
a football standpoint.
Fair enough.
From an overall standpoint, good. Yeah, I can't complain at all.
Yeah,
Pitt sucks.
No, your quarterback got hurt, bro.
Pitt really sucks.
Quarterback got hurt, bro.
That is true.
Quarterback got hurt. Changed the whole dynamic.
He was playing bad. The whole team was playing bad.
But it still wasn't. It was clearly a shift.
I do think we win with Holstein.
I do too.
Stuck around.
I swear I do too, bro.
Things were starting to shift a little bit.
Yeah. I just felt like it was up with Holstein, man. Like,
you talking about Yarnell?
Excuse me, Yarnell. Yeah. But I say when Holstein went
we
out,
named him the backup for a reason.
Bro, I was like, yo, the first play that's the one you just dial up. Like, F it, just chalk it up.
And I view him as the more conservative quarterback.
I'm like, bro, that's your first play. Your first play?
I think he took a page out of the Mitch playbook, actually. Like,
it was his
whenever
play.
Yarnell is starting the game, very conservative. Does the whole game plan to a T, don't turn the ball over.
Mm-hmm.
Typically gets like $150, a touchdown or two.
Okay.
And we come out of the stadium with a win.
Yeah, clean game. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I think he's, as a starter, I think he's like 4-1 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, when he gets demoted to backup, though, and he has to come in the middle of the game, he just doesn't give a shit and just throwing up Hail Marys, eyes closed into double coverage.
I'm just like, yo, what are we doing,
And that's exactly
bro?
what Mitch did. When Mitch was the starter, he was ultra-conservative.
He was. That was
when
the knock on him.
When he would come in midway through these games, he's just throwing picks like he wants to, honestly.
It's no
he's
guts,
getting credited
no glory.
for picks like they're touchdowns.
He said, what you gonna do, bench me again? I don't care. Just like, yo. Yeah, but I felt like that was...
Yarnell's probably transferring after this year. I think he's a junior, so he really doesn't have a future.
He's never going to get on that field as long as Holstein's there, bro.
Yeah, so that's why I think he played the way that he did in this game.
Man, but...
It was out of character from my eyes.
For sure.
Typically used to seeing Yarnell check it down. Almost play like Mason did in 2019.
Yeah, he was like opposite of all of that.
Yeah.
You
know what? He did have some moments, though. I will give him credit. He did have some fight in him. He was scrambling for first downs.
Yeah.
There were moments, but he did make some stupid mistakes.
Yeah. Respect to him, though, man. Respect. Hopefully, have they given any update on Holstein? What was going on with him?
I don't know.
We just seen him like walk down into the tunnel. I'm like, oh no, not the tunnel.
Our season's over.
Well, actually, ACC took a lump this weekend though. Miami got beat. y'all got beat, and somebody else that was ranked Georgia got beat. That's what it was. I was going to say multiple ranked teams got beat this weekend, man. So
the season's over.
I'm just saying, you never know. You never know. Yeah.
I guess we could beat Clemson.
All right.
So hold on.
That's what I'm saying.
I guess we could beat Clemson, but Miami's gonna definitely have to lose another one. And they play some cupcakes. SMU's gonna have to lose out.
Miami is barely getting out of some of these things as we already look at them at times, though.
And they're obviously not as good as being the 4th ranked team in the nation.
Catch what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, they should have probably at least lost 2 or 3 up to this point. Cam Ward's legit, though.
I would agree with that.
He's real legit.
Yeah. But I think
season's over, though. Season's absolutely over. Even if it technically isn't from a percentage standpoint, and yes, I guess Miami could lose out, SMU could lose out, Pitt could beat Clemson, we could win out.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably just better for me as a Pitt fan to say the season's over.
Oh,
no expectations.
I see what you mean. Okay.
It's
I see
better.
what you mean.
Trust me.
That sounds like one of them internal self-awareness combos right there.
Better for me mentally.
My dog say, yo,
with the
for me as a
Steelers,
fan, like, I just need this, man.
I could hold out hope till there's 0.001% chance. As long as there's a chance, because we've proven that thought process right.
Multiple
many
times, yeah.
Making the playoffs when 3 weeks left. The
just get
chance
in, man.
was so slim, but this has to happen, that has to happen. We typically come down to week 18, and
we
just
do that
one
well.
other game that needs to happen, and we got to win, and that's it.
Very true.
And we get in, and we go on runs late in the season with Pitt.
Yeah.
Season's over, dude.
Yeah. Respect. That's kind of crazy, though, man. Because I really was like, yo,
it sucks
pull this
because
thing
this
out,
was a really
man.
good season. It's still a really good season. It's a success of a season.
And you can still see,
no
like,
playoffs.
the talent with the team. It's just quarterback got hurt, man. Wrong time. And, you don't get the chance for him to have the comeback or the beautiful fourth quarter. It's like, what could have been? Instead, my man, first play. Say, yo, you got to chill, bro. You got to chill. But the black and gold, they did take care of business. They made us feel good this weekend. So I like that right there, man. And shout out to the Jets losing again too, man. So, Mike Williams, tip the cap to you, man. All right, get up out that bad situation, get to a winning situation. How about that, man? How about that, man? But
speaking of the Jets, I did finish the Rodgers book over the weekend.
Okay, now you're talking to me.
Honestly, not that eventful.
No.
I think all the stuff that I told you last podcast was the most interesting stuff about it. Because once you get into his career, I think there's just a lot that I already knew about him.
Okay. I can see that.
Like them talking about him marching to the beat of his own drum. Like we kind of get that.
Yeah.
It's just some of the stories and him going on McAfee and his decision with the Packers, the back and forth with that. We were just
a lot of that kind of like played out publicly.
We just watched all that happen 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
So it wasn't anything crazy. It was a easy
good read though as a whole.
Yeah, good read.
Yeah.
I think his backstory and going to community college and Cal and the draft, chip on his shoulder, relationship with McCarthy. I think that was the highlight of it.
Respect. Okay.
But it was still, I think it was a well done book.
You recommend it though?
Dude did a lot of research. Yeah, if you just something to read, why not?
Okay. I like that there, man.
I think it was solid.
I like it. Shout out to Rodgers then, man. And shout out, because I know you said the author wasn't Rodgers. It was a different dude, but he did talk to Rodgers at some point.
At the very end.
At the end of it,
It was unauthorized.
Yeah.
It technically still was unauthorized, but whenever he finished the book, he reached out to Rodgers to see if Rodgers wanted to fact check it, talk about it, rebuttal, whatever, and maybe even add, because Rodgers did add some stuff. There were quotes by him towards the end of the book. So there's that.
I like it, man. Like I said, respect to him, man. I do hope that they figure out what's going on in New York. I know last week Devontae Adams had said that they had that figured out. I don't think they got it figured out this week, bro. I don't know. So shout out to them dudes, though, man. I like it, though. I'm trying to think of anything else that we got to get to around the league just on the front end. That was a good check mark. All right. Browns still suck. All right. The Bengals scored a lot, like we said, man. They could score, but defense a little iffy.
Yeah.
Shoot, you make the case about Baltimore saying the same case though, low key.
Yeah.
I like it.
I told you they're not that good.
Hey, I'm with you, bro. They could just score a lot though.
Yeah,
but they
Lamar's
definitely are
playing
flawed.
His best football. Hell,
Yeah.
Burrow's playing his best football. But
Both of them quarterbacks look dang
the
good.
Ravens have a better organization than the Bengals and have more around Lamar Jackson, have more support on defense.
But both defenses are kind of and Cal Hamilton just went down too last game.
I saw that.
Yeah, so we don't wish hurt on him, but we like the fact that he might be compromised or unavailable. So definitely digging that, man. But yeah, man, it's gonna be definitely.
Bengals really should have won that game.
I would agree.
Chase Brown didn't fumble in the second half. They had that all but locked up.
Bro, shout out to Jamar Chase too. You said Chase Brown, but Jamar Chase, what the bruh. Shout out to these receivers, man. Shout out to these receivers. GP showing he one of the ones too though, so I like that. But holy smokes. Yeah. It's gonna be interesting, man.
GP's probably in the top 10 right now.
I mean, I think you can make a case that if two of the receivers.
I had him in the top 10 going into the season.
Well, I was gonna say, man, GP and Terry McLaurin, both of them dudes are gonna be in combos like that. I mean, we just think about what they've done recently and body of work type. So yeah, like I feel like you can make a case for him in there. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be a ton of names, but it's gonna be like I feel like it's gonna be some names that people gonna bring up, but I get it. Yeah,
he's literally 9th in receiving yards, 2 touchdowns. You wish that was a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
But he's in the mix. He's definitely in the conversation.
Yeah. Like I said, I like it, baby. I like it, man. All right.
And he's had his bye. As I'm looking at these top 10 rankings, the majority of dudes have 10 games played. So he's going to pick up a game on a bunch of the other dudes and the top 10 in receiving yards at some point here. It'll start equaling itself
that
out.
Gap.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, weeks go by. If he continues on this pace, you'll see him in the top 5.
Yeah. I say Russ definitely getting him to rock. That's what we do like. So shoot, man. Let's go ahead and get into it, man, because we're going to talk about this here game. Plenty we got to talk about with that, man. We know y'all got a ton of comments, thoughts that y'all want to get off y'all chest as well. And Deke, we are picking 2 sets of winners today. All right, we need winners for the 400 subscribers. We need winners for the 500 subscribers. All right, because we're on our way to 50K. All right, so we're gonna make sure we get that knocked off as well. But with that being the case, let's go ahead and start the show like how we always do. Go ahead and drop it in the comment section, letting us know where you are tuning in from. So then that way we give those big boy shout outs to start today's show. And of course, don't forget to hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel.
Lifted Ones from Sacktown, the 916 says, feeling lifted on a victory Monday.
Gotta do that.
I'm a degenerate.
Live your best life, baby. Live your best life.
Juice Bellamy from the 610 Villanova.
Shout out to Villanova, or shout out to Juice Bellamy. I ain't really shout out Villanova, but you catch my drift though. Salute.
Daryl Silk from the 757 Hampton, VA.
The Creel. Mm-hmm.
Big Mabe and Duke from the 918 Winsburg, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Shout out.
Tom Jade, 707 California. Feeling good.
Hey, you gotta feel good.
He also said he's chilling at Deke's baby mama house.
Whoa. Wait a minute. Deke, that's wild. They getting out of pocket. Don't get out of pocket now. Now y'all chill out. All right.
I guess the chat likes me, but they don't respect me.
That's kind of crazy that your baby mama house. Now, granted, it can't be your main baby mama because, Deke, we already know, man, the way you dress right here, clearly your priorities are elsewhere than whatever baby mama this individual might be laid up with, all right? So I don't know which one he's talking about, but it can't be your main focus right now because, yeah, no, I ain't going for that one.
Grant A has some respect for me. He says from the 818 Los Angeles, and he's not at Deke's baby mama house.
You know what? Shout out to not being at Deke. I'm not at your baby mama's house either. How about that, man? Shout out to that, man.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Thanks to everyone in the chat that's not there.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all for that, all right? God, dog, man. That's nuts, man. Have some decency out here. Jeez.
All right, I'll say a few more. We got Danny Littlejohn from the 864 South Carolina.
Shout out to Danny Littlejohn. Timeout. Let me tap in real quick, Deke, because I see AC in the 254 Killeen, Texas. He says, let's go Steelers. Then we also got the homie DC53 in the 412 Hill District. Shout out to the Hill District. And then we have Hammer Time. Hammer Time. I'm sorry. All right. In the 704 Queen City. Shout out to the Queen City, a.k.a. Charlotte. And he says, let's go Steel Nation. Then after that, I got the homie Phantom Prince in the 402 Omaha, Nebraska. And then I will end it with shout out to David Decker in the 585 Rochester, New York, because it's close to Buffalo, New York. Shout out to Robert Martin in the 757 Williamsburg, Virginia. Shout out to the historical colonial part of the 757. And of course, Sneaky 25 in the 216 is here still, gang. All right, now I'm back. And I do see you, Michael P. in the 609 Jersey. Shout out to you as well. All right. Like where we're at, man. Let's get it going.
Heavy-handed Vaughn starts us off, says, happy Victory Monday, first place Steelers.
Don't it sound good?
I first said this is Russ's audition for his next team, but now I'm thinking he may want to retire in Pittsburgh.
You thinking he may want to retire, or you thinking you may want him to want to retire in Pittsburgh? Come on now. Russ has never said anything outside of wanting to be a part of the Pittsburgh Steelers and wanting to spend all his time here, man. Said he got like 3 to 5 years left. I think fan/media came up with the, we're going to move him on out of here, man, or we liking the Justin Fields part. But shout out, man. Yeah, Russ ain't told us that he ain't want to be here, man. So I'm liking that. I'm glad that he has still shared that feeling, because it was a little bit different in terms of some of the support for him a couple weeks ago, man. So shout out to Russ, man. Shout out to Russ.
I think he always wanted to retire here.
Yeah.
Once he first signed.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think it just came down to how he's playing, really, whether or not that would be a reality or that will be an option after this season. And he's balling out. So, yes, I think we would want him to retire if he keeps this up.
I was going to ask, has like the fans' mindset changed? I know a couple weeks ago people wanted to trade him. I know at some point people wanted to cut him. So I'm just, that's be trying to figure out, man. I like it though. Heck yeah, I like it.
I think it just comes down to
they was getting on Coach T behind that decision too. They was hot about it, man. How you gonna make some decisions like this, man?
Justin Fields was playing good, to his credit. I think it always came that, not even obviously this season played out in a way no one expected, where Fields started out for 6 weeks because Russ had a calf injury because he was pushing a sled in training camp. That was ridiculous to begin with. No one expected that. But even going into the season, we didn't know what was going to happen with Russ, because there were some people that thought Russ would start the season, and if he wasn't playing up to snuff, maybe a month or month and a half in, we'd put in Fields. Mm-hmm. It was just all in what it looked like. So if Russ started the season as designed and he's playing really good, then yes, I think we're talking about re-signing him. But if he's starting the season and it's not as good, then we're thinking about Fields middle of the season or moving on and not giving him a multi-year extension. But you play like this, you're good with me to sign an extension here.
There it is. I like it.
I think the narrative, because there was no reason to talk about signing Russ to an extension in training camp or in the preseason, or even, I know we don't have the rule where we sign players in the middle of the season, but it was always, we got Russ on this 1-year deal. It's going to be a tryout, and same thing with Fields, and let's see what happens in the offseason. Or we'll see what happens for the rest of the season, then we'll make our decision in the offseason.
I'm just glad Coach Tomlin actually wanted to see him. It was a lot of people that didn't even want to put Russ on the field because of how Fields was playing. And I think all of us would agree there is a level to good versus really good versus great quarterback play. I just think that these past 3 weeks, we've seen a clear difference of the level that Russ plays at in all 3 different styles of games as well. Some of them where it's been perfect from start to finish. Somewhere it's been some adversity. Somewhere you got to give me some late game heroics. But as a whole, that constant from Russ has shown time and time again. And I know from my perspective, man, this was what we saw, or what I saw at times even with him in Denver. We talked about that Bills game. We talked about that Chiefs game. Saw this plenty of times in Seattle. I just didn't really go with the notion that he lost that because he had hurt his calf. You know, it was like even last year in Denver, for the loud people that were very loud about him being bad and being paid to like not show up there anymore, it's like his numbers still reflected good quarterback play. It's just his expectation because of what he's capable of, and we're seeing through these 3 games is excellent. Not just good, not average, not above average, not really, really good. It's like this dude is capable of this, and that's why he is Russell Wilson. So, man, I'm just loving the fact that, man, we got a coach that doesn't get swayed one way or the other by that type of stuff, man. He knows what he knows, and he trusts, like, his decision-making with that. And I just think, man, as a whole, the team bought into it because that was another part of the convo that people had, you know, surrounding the decision. Man, are you going to lose the locker room? You can lose the locker room making a move like this. How do you switch, man, to Justin Fields, da-da-da-da-da. The guy's like him. He's young. He can more relate. And it's like, bro, you just got to trust Coach T, man. Coach T knows what he's doing. Some stuff is like, yeah, he's going to make it, and everybody's going to be on board with it. And some decisions he's going to make, you don't have to be on board with it. But eventually, when you see the outcome play out, you're going to get on board with it. And I think that this is one of those things, man. So, like I said, man, shout out to Coach T, man.
I do think some of the critiques on Tomlin and decisions on offense, though, for the last 2-3 years are fair. I think it was even fair to critique the decision too. Like no one knew what version of Russ we were going to get. No one knew for a fact.
We could agree to disagree.
Well, here's the thing. What we saw in Seattle wasn't what we saw in Denver, and what we're seeing with the Steelers isn't what we saw in Denver either. We're seeing
I disagree.
A lot more of Seattle Russ. Now, part of that I think is due to the fit that he had with Denver. Because listen, if we thought we were just getting Denver Russ, Fields was doing Denver Russ type of stuff for us from a production and stat standpoint. So like, why make that switch?
We can agree to disagree on the commentary surrounding what he's done in these 3 games and not seeing that at all in Denver. That's why I referenced those 2 specific games, because if you looked at those games, those did look like what we're seeing right now. Now, as a whole, we know what he was dealing with over there. The same stuff we talked about with Justin Fields, some of the stuff he dealt with. But to act as if we hadn't seen it at all, that was my where I have a disconnect, or to act as if it was going to magically just disappear when we never actually saw him play.
I agree with you
bad.
On that, because I wasn't opposed to the decision of playing Russ. I wanted Russ to start from week 1.
That's my thing. I'm like,
and I wasn't
even play like bad. Yeah,
I wasn't against the decision for Tomlin to put in Russ over Fields mid-season either. I just said I'd stick with Fields. I'd give him a couple more games, but I understood the decision because it is Russell Wilson. It's like I don't blame you for wanting to see what we got because Fields still left the door open.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Like I said, shout out to Coach
Russ.
T for man.
Russ, he's balling out. Like he's playing like prime Russ right now.
But it's just like to act as if what he did in Denver was bad. Like that was like the notion though.
No, not bad.
It even
just wasn't Seattle Russ.
Seattle Russ was a Super Bowl champion, went back to another Super Bowl. That's elite play. But to act as if what he did in Denver was like not good or bad, or it's like we already broke that down. If Justin Fields or Mason or any of these other guys just did that in the 13 games that Russ did it, they are the man at their franchise right now. They're not having to find new employment. It's just we get it. With $40 million, expectations are different, so we got to talk about it differently. But it still doesn't change the fact that the dude had a good season last year. Like that doesn't change. Even though we know what he did in Seattle, it still doesn't take away from what he did last year. Was still good. But that was the perspective that I had, where I think a lot of people had disconnects with Russ versus Fields, or why the Fields support would be what it is, or why Russ supporters would feel as if they felt about Russ, because it's like, yo, this dude has shown it time and time again. It was just a bad situation in Denver, but he still was producing in that situation, regardless of like how the narrative wants to go with it.
Yeah, I agree. I never said he was washed or didn't have it or we couldn't win games with Russ.
I like it, baby. I like it.
Let's go, UW. So in 3 games, Russ has already matched what Kenny Kitten Mittens did all last year in touchdown production. Makes last year look even worse.
Why they gotta call the man Kenny Kitten Mittens? He did some PT yesterday though. I seen him out there. It was a Kenny Pickett appearance and a big win.
Pompey, he had me believing that Kenny was actually going to start. He tweeted out on Saturday night that
he said he had me believing he was actually going to start.
Kenny's got a chance to play with Jalen Hurts' ankle injury.
He did. He got some burn. He got a little tick.
Yeah, Russ is playing a lot better than what Kenny was doing last year.
2 different styles, man. 2 different players, man.
2 different points of their career and everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just you can't compare them 2 right there, man.
All I was saying is I think we could win games with Kenny, and if we give him a 3rd year, I think it can be a lot better than what he's shown in year 2, and almost be more of what we saw in year 1 and continue to build off that. Give him a new coordinator, give him some more help. Could we be 6-3, 7-2 with Kenny Pickett right now? I don't think there's a doubt in my mind. But does it look different? It may. Maybe Kenny doesn't develop and hit this point that Russ is playing at right now. Mm-hmm. Sure, I would admit that.
No, that's the thing. Can you win with any of these guys? Coach Tomlin has proven that. It doesn't matter if it's Duck, Mitch, Mason, Fields, Ben, Russ. Coach T is going to find a way to win. Now, optically, that's the part that's different. And then just in terms of how we feel about the quality of the win changes. But, yeah, he was going to win with any of these dudes. He's already proven that, man. So I think that's why I get what you're on, and even why when people were on with Justin Fields earlier in the season and not wanting to change, I get that as well. Because if we're just simply basing the quarterback position or putting the majority of the quarterback position on the win versus the loss, then yeah, you're going to always have a concrete argument here in Pittsburgh. But when we actually start to separate the win part of it and actually look at the performance as an individual, I think that's where we start to see some of the separation. But like you said, man, Russ is way more into his career, way more developed, has had more success, failures, and everything in between. Kenny's still young, man. He ain't even got 4 years in his championship, man.
The thing you could say about Kenny is what I said about Kenny throughout the first 2 years he was here is the dude isn't scared of the big moment. The dude steps up in the fourth quarter. The dude can be clutch for you. And that's something you shouldn't be sneezing at. Mm-hmm. So if everything else can develop and we can start getting some of these full games out of him like we did the first game after Canada was fired, then we could really have a guy here.
Yeah. But
yeah.
That's the NFL, man.
We know how it all played out with Mason and then us signing Russ, and is what it is.
Did Mason play this week? Because I saw the Titans lost. I don't know if he played. Okay, shout out to Levis then. Good.
Yeah, obviously Levis lost.
I just ain't know, bro. You got they both been taking some lumps. I just wasn't sure who was credited with that lump. Yeah, I'm glad it wasn't Mason. Then I'm just happy. That's why I figured I'd ask.
Yeah, even if it was Mason, there's a good chance they lose to the Chargers, but they have a better chance with Mason than Levis of actually getting out of there with the dub. Let's go, UW. Yeah,
my dog is
playing confident. He's terrible. I tried telling people that going back to last year. Whenever we played
I don't care what it is. Levis sucks. I don't care about any of this other stuff y'all talking about. Levis sucks. All right. I love it, man.
When I have a take, I believe in it. I'm going to stand
You're not on it.
And it's playing out.
Levis has definitely been contributing to your take, man. He is doing everything he can to make sure this take is correct. For better or worse. Man.
Yeah. What pissed me off was Thursday night against the Titans. In my opinion, Kenny outplayed Levis, had the game-winning drive, balled out in the fourth quarter, but the next day everyone's talking about Levis and his arm talent and how the Titans found their guy and that Kenny Pickett ain't it for the Steelers. They might need to move on. Meanwhile, Levis threw, how many picks? He threw a couple picks, but I know he almost threw 4 picks literally on the last drive, and ultimately he did throw the game-losing interception on the last drive. It's wait, what am I losing here? What am I missing? Dude on this side, game-winning drive, balled out in the fourth quarter, won the game. Other dude, game-losing interception, threw multiple interceptable passes, lost the game. was erratic at times. What?
Hey, man, they like Mayo boy,
What?
man.
Yeah,
Eat the Mayo, man. He like that.
Let's go, UW. Wanted to get your opinion on this, Moats, but Keanu, as good as he's been, only seems to have one really good move. He doesn't seem to have an effective counter off of it. Alex from SD seems to agree.
I mean, sure. For a lot of young players, they're not going to have a full repertoire of moves just yet. I mean, right now, it's like, yo, find a move that works for you and keep dropping it until it doesn't work. And then after that, man, eventually you'll evolve and, start to add to it. So, like I said, I don't get tripped out over that. Are we trying to like point to it as a reason to take him off the field, or are we just acknowledging like, yeah, we want him to continue to develop? Like, that's my only thing with it. But yeah, he's not the only one that's like that though. Trust me, he's not, man. That's, like I said, young players right now, man. He'll develop it though. He'll continue to add to it. For some dudes, man, it's just a feel thing. For some guys, man, you'll watch it on tape and then it's like, all right, you don't even know you're getting yourself into the same move. But at the same time, when you're a younger player, you're still learning what works and what doesn't work in this league, man. So you think about, his burst and the size that he played with his first year, man, some of the success he had. Well, now it's a little bit more. It's actually a lot more tape on him. So as NFL players, you hear me talk about it a lot from a defensive standpoint, where I say, I'm going to look and see what it is that you do well. The best thing you do, well, I'm going to make sure that one thing is not going to be the reason why I lose today. You're going to have to do something else. Now, you might have 3 or 4 other alternatives, but you can't beat me with your A move right now. And if the dude hasn't developed that secondary thing, yeah, they're going to struggle. So for Keanu right now, I'm sure a lot of offensive linemen are looking and saying, hey, man, we know this is what he likes to do. He has success with it, man. So let's take this away. Okay. Let's keep the game rolling. Let's keep these games rolling. And eventually he will continue to evolve from that. You look at Cam Hayward, man. Cam doesn't have this robust repertoire of moves. If we being completely honest, Cam is I'm going to run really, really fast and bull rush you, long arm you all the way back to the quarterback because I'm bigger and stronger than you. Every once in a while, he might try to give you a little shake, but that ain't him. He's a power rusher, right? We know, like Debo, James Harrison, how many times we saw him hit the same move over and over and over and over and over and over. You knew what it was. Could you stop it? And even if you did stop it, could you stop it for 4 quarters every single time he was going to throw that move on you? No. So for Keanu, man, you got to decide. Do you add to the repertoire, or do you make this one move so elite that it doesn't matter? I'm going to keep throwing this fastball at you, and eventually I'm going to get home. So it's one or the other. But as a young player, you're kind of feeling and figuring out all of those things. So like I said, that's kind of my perspective on it. But I definitely, shout out to Alex, man. Shout out to the boys over there, man. Stills Depot. They do a dope job, man. So, I ain't never, knocking them for it, but I just don't know what the intent was behind it. Yeah. Are you taking them off? Or we just, like I said, acknowledging the fact that, this is something that he could be improving upon. That's all.
That boy 23 was at the game yesterday, and when Alex got hurt, I heard a Commanders fan say, that's what he gets.
I mean, it's fans. You know how fans are, man. Fans are fans. You can't knock a fan for being fanatical, for being, passionate about their team and wanting to see or do whatever it takes for them or their team to win so they can find happiness and pleasure. I mean, we know it. I mean, we see dudes get death threats behind games, man. We talked about Dan Campbell, fans leaking his address behind games, man. So it's like, yeah, I don't like all of it. I'm sure we don't like all of it. You obviously don't like it all, that boy 23. But as a whole, it's like, man, fans are going to be fans, man. Shoot, they was throwing water bottles at the Deion Sanders and the boys in college. It's like, yeah, that's at the collegiate level. So across the board, man, you're going to get something going, just stick with it, man. You know how the fans get at times, man. So, like I said, I don't love it. I don't like it. And, of course, we want it all to be a perfect world, but I mean, you know how it is on game day. People get fired up. Sometimes they got a little alterations to their, mental state. And, yeah, sometimes you get active. So,
Raymond Kane, D. Elliott is worth far more than the $3 million a year he's getting now. When does Pro Bowl voting start?
Ooh, good call on that. Good call. It's got to be coming up soon. Yeah, we're in the midway to the back half now. So, yeah. But no, Deshaun Elliott's been balling, man. Dude, that hit he had on Austin Eckler by the goal line, fit him up. I say, yo, they ended up scoring on that drive. But Deshaun, him and Patrick Quinn, I thought both of them dudes, man, flew around, man, made impact plays, physicality, the athleticism was showing. Like, I like them, man. But it was good to see with Deshaun because I felt like him and Jeremy Chip, they was both showing out in that game. It's like, hey, man, ours is better. Our guy's better than your guy. Shout out to Deshaun.
Michael G says, F them timeouts and go Steelers.
Hey, man, F them timeouts. What's going on with the timeouts, man?
I was very concerned about us taking that timeout before we threw the touchdown pass to Mike Williams.
Oh, man, what made you uncomfortable about the situation?
Well, it was very reminiscent of the Cowboys late in the game where we wasted those timeouts and we could have used them. So I was just thinking, hey, let's value these timeouts this time because let's say we don't score a touchdown, we could use the timeouts on defense to get the ball back to give ourselves another chance at a touchdown. Like there's a chance that happens. There's a very much a chance. So instead of calling a timeout and saving the 5 yards or we got an extra man on the field calling a timeout, let's keep the timeouts. I feel like they're going to be more valuable to us in the long term. It just gives us more options as the game goes on.
Can I say I appreciate you saying that? Like, I miss that. As a player, like, we don't think the negative of it. Like how you broke it, he was like, yo, what if we don't score? We might need these timeouts. Get the stop on defense. Like, I love that. Because, like, as the players, the mindset is, bro, we don't got time for no penalty, and I do not want you rushing this call. This is a big call in this game right now. Take your time. Get it right. But I think in our mind as players, it's always going to work. Like, what do you mean we're not going to get the stop? Like, what do you mean that we're not going to get this first down? What do you mean he's not going to hit the field goal? Like, you don't even entertain it. So that is actually dope to hear that, man. So shout out to you, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you have to have that mindset. From I don't know what person you necessarily want to have that mindset, but
Coach Tomlin.
But I don't know. In a way, you do want him to maybe have a certain thought process of like this is going to work or we should be aggressive. I think he needs a side guy.
I say thoughtfully aggressive for him because like for him, he's thoughtfully believing that we're going to do it because he's entrusted in us. But as the coach, because you're physically not out there is a little bit of a different mindset. Just how they've communicated it to us. Whereas as the player, because you're out there, you feel like it's always in your control. And that was kind of what we talked about with when we were saying the whole Matt Cannon is like, I feel like as a player, you feel like, bro, as long as I'm on that field, I don't care what you call. I am better than the guy across from me because I've been better than the guy across from me since I was a kid, right? So you always just think that, man, I'm going to win this matchup. Coach got to be over here a little bit more, perspective on it. Like, you might feel confident, but that guy's an all-pro. You might feel confident, but I know this guy's about to call this. Let me just have a little bit more thought with it, and that's why they the coach. You know what I mean? That's why they got the big perspective, big understanding of everything, whereas players, we're more hyper-focused on our individual job versus what's the timeout situation? All right, what if this doesn't work? Could I do that? It's like, we ain't got time to – nah, hey, you better win this block right here, bro. Hey, you better catch. Hey, when he comes to you with this pass, you better catch it. Like, that's all we thinking out there, man. So I like that. I like that a lot.
But yeah, we scored on the next play.
True Russ fashion too, huh?
Yes,
little extension, then moon ball. Shout out to Mike Williams, man. Shout out to the new addition, man.
Williams should have been playing more.
I was gonna say, how'd you feel about the wide receivers, bro?
Ridiculous.
How'd you feel about the situation we had, man?
Russ couldn't connect with the receiver outside the name of Pickens.
Washington, I was wondering if they were going to play us how they played other teams with this too high, small ball, let us run the ball on them a whole bunch. Like, we still rushed for a good total, but it wasn't this like, we just gashed it because they said, we're going to commit to stopping this or slowing this down and make them dudes beat us one-on-one on the perimeter, man. I like it, but it was definitely parts of the game where in my mind I'm just like, this is why we were talking about going to get a guy, because we need somebody that can answer these one-on-ones right now. Like, I don't hate the deep ball attempts to a Van Jefferson or to a Calvin Austin, but at the same time, I get the, man, GP, throw it at GP. It's like, we can't throw it to him every time. We saw when we tried to force it the one time, Jeremy Chin, gets the pick. So it's like, we got to take these chances, but knowing that Mike Williams is on the sideline, it's like, oof. It would be good to see a little bit more of that, and we will see more of him going forward. But, I thought our receivers they were a little quiet at times. A little bit quiet at times.
Yeah, Russ just couldn't connect with them.
Mm-hmm.
Overthrow here or there. Not on the same page. And some of those attempts were deep passes. It was on a go route or something down the field. And
Washington's secondary played well, man.
I'm just thinking to myself, all right, if we're going to be making these passes, let's throw Mike Williams in there and see what he's got instead of Calvin Austin or Van Jefferson. Mm-hmm. Like after the first couple times, I get it. Maybe you want to give Austin and Jefferson benefit of the doubt. They've been playing pretty good the last couple games. But after that, Mike Williams knows how to run a go route. Mike Williams knows how to get down the field.
Yeah, and trust me, I'm with you on that. And I think we will see more of Mike Williams.
It took us to the last play of the game to finally make that decision.
Yeah.
To get him in there more.
But that was for certain how Washington played this. They was like, we're going to have that extra defender in the box. We had success because I thought Najee and Jaylen still ran well and had some explosive pop. But as a whole, they were making us have to, can you complete this pass on the perimeter? GP was stepping up like a big dog. Shout out to him, man. Mike Williams provided that other big splash. But that, I was definitely had me feeling a little bit not the most pleasant watching it with them dudes, man. But all it takes is one of them deep balls to hit with Calvin Austin. Now we call him Tyler Lockett. You know this. All it takes is one. One a game, man, or one every 2 to 3 weeks. We over here like, yup, we got one. So I don't hate some of them throws. I think the only one I really walked away feeling like, was the Van Jefferson one. I thought, I don't know. It's like, go. I want you to go up and go get it versus like trying to wait on it. But at the same time, I'm like, that's what GP does. Like GP's the go up and get it guy. Van doesn't really, he ain't going up top one like that. So, but here we are. But shout out to the fact we do have Mike Williams here, man. So we will see what he kind of grows into, man, with us. So far, so good. Heck yeah. So far, so good, man.
Tito, good vibes. So shout out to the GOAT, Coach T, and Steeler Nation.
No, facts, man. Coach T was doing his thing, and Steeler Nation showing up and showing out, even out there in Landover, Maryland, man. Taking over the stadium. Love to see it.
I think it's a great comment because, a lot of us will complain at times when we go into a game we feel like we should win, or if we're coming out of a bye, we're questioning, why the hell are we flat? Why this team don't look prepared? But we came right out the gate looking really good, I thought.
I would agree.
If James Pierre just catches that fake punt, we could easily be up 10-0, 14-0. Defense was playing with energy. Defense was playing really good. I felt like we were really prepared.
Who was about to get out?
I think Arthur Smith called a good game, too. He didn't go away from the run game, even though that could have been easy to do at times. And special teams, I think, continues to do good. Like Danny Smith has them coached right. Obviously, Tomlin, Terrell Austin, the defense. Still a little bit sketchy, but it's weird because they're making plays when we really need it. When we need that stop, the final couple series, we're getting stops.
National Football League, right? Yeah, I'm like, this thought process that you're going to go out here and
missed out
pitch
on the turnovers, but...
Yeah, I'm like, well, technically we did, but I say we didn't because the fourth down stop, end of the game, is like, that's a turnover on downs, man. And up until that point, Washington was 11 of 11 on fourth down attempts, man. The dudes didn't miss on those days all season, man, so it was definitely good to see us respond in that way. But, man, in the NFL, teams, especially the good teams, we've talked about how many times the Commanders' offense has scored over 30 or been around 30 points, man. They are good. And thought Terry McLaurin was having a day too, man. He was definitely having some moments. But as a whole, over the course of 60 minutes or 4 quarters, man, we got people. Defensively, we're going to make that play. Even with some of the injuries, man. Highsmith going down, Preston Smith coming in, man, making some plays. It's good to see that from him. Cam Hayward continued to show that, hey, man, I don't care how old I am, I make plays. Minka Fitzpatrick, talking about him. He's making plays, man. Patrick Quinn making plays. So, yeah, man. The flip side, though, is like, we got an offense that can actually give you 30, though. And I think that's the beautiful part with our situation now, man.
Yeah. Feels like the offense you could count on.
Yeah.
Defense, I think it's just going to be week in, week out. What version of the defense we going to get?
It's just funny to hear an offensive-minded perspective like that. Did they offense not have some discrepancy this week? They did, right? But it's just the perception of offense is weirdly different, man. We have elite confidence in the offense because they, did it and won the game and stuff like that. But it's like, they still had some shortcomings
No,
this game. But it's like
I get it,
but it's week to week with the defense. It's like it's crazy to me, bro.
I think it is. Yeah. 28 points and then 30 plus the last 2 weeks, and then even go back to whenever Fields played against the Raiders. That was 3 weeks in a row, right?
Yeah, the defense the way to get Jaden Dazzy.
Yeah, I know, but I think
was he not good?
I think expectations are a part of it too for the amount that we're paying the defense. And
but what is the expectation? Is what I'm trying to figure out. What is
not
expectation?
What we're
What
seeing.
is the expectation?
Just not what we've been seeing.
I'm trying to get an example of who has
not giving up the amount of yards we've been giving up, not getting gashed in the run game.
We
by
gave
guys
up 200
like
passing yards to Jaden Daniels and I think 60 total rushing yards to an offense that does really well with those categories, man. Am I business up here? I'm standing like I'm business up here, man.
We gave up 27 points, and it looks sketchy at times.
All right, what defense should we be trying to get to in today's NFL? Just so I could know, like, expectation wise. Like, is it Chiefs? It can't be Ravens. Can't be Bengals. Even though Ravens won a lot, Chiefs undefeated.
Just better than what I'm seeing. Almost like what we were looking at the first 3 weeks. Because I feel like we've gone in a different direction since then. Am I off?
From my eyes, yes. But if that's the expectation you have, it's the expectation you have.
Aren't we just talking about the defense and wondering what defense was going to show up in this game? So, like, there have been some concerns going into this.
I just said from my perspective, I just got a different view of it, man. Remember, I'm the same person that when it was week 3 and those 3 weeks happened, everybody's like, oh, this is a historical defense. They're like the great da-da-da-da-da from. And what did I say here? I was like, hey, bro, 3 games is just 3 games. You got to do this for 17 games. Like, that's very challenging to do. So the expectation, that's what I'm trying to figure out. What is the expectation, though?
But there was some context to that. Of just like, we are seeing something really good to start off the season. We got the names on paper, and you stack it up to some of those good defenses in the past. There's no reason why we can't be capable. And so, that was the mindset of where we could be as a defense, and this ain't it.
But offensively, the perspective is very different.
Yeah, I feel like we could go in each week and we're going to put up some in the high 20s.
So that's why I said I get the offensive-minded perspective. You find comfort in 20 plus. I get it. There's nothing wrong with that. I find comfort in
20. We just put up 28. That's the lowest amount we put in 4 weeks.
I said 20 plus. Do we not get stops on defense? If we score every single time we get the ball on offense, scoring touchdown, I think it's a different convo. But to act like we didn't have a pick in this game, to act like we didn't have to punt multiple times in this game, I just don't get how those are bad drives offensively.
No, those
are. But a bad drive defensively is a touchdown, right?
You look at the points.
But you see what I'm saying? I'm just like, if we did the comparison of how many bad offensive drives can you have, how many bad defensive drives can you have, I just think that we're holding defense.
I agree.
I think the way you are communicating the defense, that's why I was like, I just don't agree with that perspective. Because I look at it like apples to apples. How many drives y'all have on offense? Did y'all score every single time? Oh, y'all struggled? Okay. We struggled too, right?
28 points, 30 plus points. That's I don't know what the averages are right now, but that's tops in the league.
Listen,
whereas giving up 27 points as a defense, and
it's all good.
The yardage we've been giving up the last couple, that's not as good. That's more like mid tier to.
It is all
a little bit less than mid tier, below average.
If that's your perspective, we could agree to disagree.
But they've been the thing you got to give credit to the defense for is getting some of these splash plays that we've seen over the course of weeks and as we've seen throughout most of the season, if not all of the season, outside of yesterday. And then the fact that they do step up in big moments, like gotta have it series or gotta have it type of drives. For the most part, they've stepped up too.
So that's not a good defense?
It's
in 2024. In 2024, what is a good defense in 2024?
It's a very opportune defense. I think it's a timely defense. Yeah.
What would you classify as a good, like, who would you say has a good defense in 2024 in the National Football League?
Well,
because I know statistically we got a good scoring defense. I know statistically, like, we do certain things really well, but I just, like, I get the perception surrounding us isn't the same. So I'm just, because I know we get a ton of turnovers. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I could.
I'm like, Buffalo's a good, but I don't put Buffalo's defense ahead of us. Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, who we put
it just seems like we're playing like an average defense.
I'm just saying, if we are an average defense, I just want to know from your eyes, who do you say is like a good defense then, or like a elite defense if we're just an average defense? Because I think that we have a great defense in 2024. League-wide, yeah, I think we are up at the top of today's NFL defense-wise. That's why I'm just trying to figure out, like, who would you say is a, like, top-tier defense or, like, an elite defense?
I'd have to look at it. I'm trying to look through the teams right now. I don't really...
The Chargers at one point were talked about it. You saw how we played against them, though. The Chargers were talked about having an elite defense. We didn't feel like that. We've seen them multiple times. Teams score points on them. We don't feel like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look
Detroit give up points all the time. Detroit got an elite defense. I thought that their defense was up top tier, but they give up points.
I'm not sure. I'd have to look at it, to be honest with you. I just think there's some more to be desired with the defense.
Respect.
And I feel like going into each game, I could count on the offense more to be steadier, to get us something high in the high 20s and the 30s, just based off how they've been playing and how Russ has been looking. Whereas the defense, we have been seeing a lot of ups and downs, and at times getting bailed out in the red zone and with penalties getting called our way, and
So defense can give up a drive. It's like god awful. Offense could go 3-0 or have to punt, and it's like, oh, it's just okay. I just feel like that's the disconnect with this thing, man.
I don't think it's a disconnect. Again, I think part of it goes just back to the expectations and the guys that we have on defense and how much we put into it and all the resources and investment we got into it. That we were talking about them being...
It's not delivering?
What?
And it's not delivering?
Just not to the degree that I thought. It's still doing positive things, for sure. Just
not
all the way.
We could disagree with it.
It's more Jekyll and Hyde than I was expecting or thought it was going to be.
That's fair. Respect.
I thought the defense was going to be the thing that carried us. But I don't think they're as reliable as that.
Okay.
Are they carrying us? I don't think they're carrying us.
Are they being carried? Is that what you're implying?
I don't know about that. I think we're playing good football as a team. Okay. But I think the offense is playing really good.
So,
because the offense has had its own hiccups.
So the reason why we agree to disagree, the reason why I asked, are you saying they're getting carried? Because it sounded like that's how you were communicating it. And when I think of carried, I specifically think of how the defense was with Kenny Pickett. The 3 quarters get to the fourth. Kenny's gonna put the cape on, be great in the fourth quarter. To me, that's carried. I don't look at this defense at any point in time this season, whether it was Justin Fields or Russell Wilson, it felt like, oh my God, bro, our defense sucks. Oh my God, right? It's like, have we had moments in games, Colts and Cowboys, yes, where it was like, yo, they're moving the ball and they're having success. Yes, but have we also said the exact same thing about our offense? Like, yo, man, there's been times where we're like, yo, we need to trade for our receiver. Man, our offensive line, who's gonna block for us? Man, we need to do this. So it happens.
A lot of that time was with Justin Fields. Look at the last 4 weeks. Russ is balling out. man.
Hey, look, bro, you got it, man.
This is huge.
Hey, you got it, man. Defense suck. You got it, bro.
I never said that.
That's how your energy is, though. So it's all good. We can agree to disagree.
Not really.
We can agree to disagree, man. You like offense. It's easier.
I give a lot of credit to the timely stuff the defense is doing.
All right, respect, man. Shout out.
But I just think they've been sketchy over the last 4 or 5 weeks.
That's why I said we can agree to disagree.
Some up and down.
We can agree to disagree, baby. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Juice Bellamy told Moats yesterday we took over the building. I was there, Deke. We had the Commanders fans extra mad that it was a home game. Here we go.
They did thought that was gonna work, huh? Give him the little maroon rally towel. That'll definitely get them. Yeah, sound good. Nothing stopping us, baby. Let's go.
Mike Hood says, Happy Victory Monday. Shout out to Moats and Deke. Salute the chat and to our veterans. And, of course, the chat goat, AJ Martinez.
Big time salute to the veterans, though, man. Absolutely on this beautiful Veterans Day, man. Appreciate everybody that has served, man. Shout out to y'all, man. And digging one earlier from AJ Martinez. He says, better to be lucky than good. Another one. Too close. Shout out to AJ, though.
Danny Littlejohn, with the Highsmith injury, the Preston Smith trade was huge. He can step right in, and the pass rush not miss a beat. Secondary got to improve big time.
Okay. All right, man. Baby, all right. Shout out to Preston being here, though, man. I definitely like that. I'm not as concerned about pass rush. I'm more so concerned with base defense stuff, man. Just the run fit part. And then obviously when we talk about some of the just dropping stuff, man, because he is new, all it takes is a little bit of that alignment stuff. But hopefully, man, with the guys being around him, they'll do a good job of educating them on that, man, getting them right. And hopefully we'll get some updates on Herbig as well, man, because, yeah, we're going to be a little light in that room otherwise.
King Whooper, 7-2 sound way better than 6-3.
Facts.
King Whooper also says, I've been saying this for a while, but JPJ low-key lets receivers get past him. Not sure if defensive scheme has him in coverage or man-to-man, but it looks like he's always chasing his man down. 7 sounds salty.
7? Like Big Ben 7? With 7 that said no?
I don't know.
I'm about to say, all right. In terms of the JPJ stuff, man, I get it. Some people are going to feel some type of way about him. Oh, my God, he had a holding penalty. Oh, my God, it's a PI penalty. Oh, my God, just lose your mind. I get it. Once again, like I said, from my perspective, you are not going to play high-end cornerback in this level or at this league and not get penalties called on you. It's going to happen. Occasionally, a guy's going to make a great play on you. It's going to happen. We talked about Pat Surtain and Sauce Gardner, right? Two of the dudes that I personally think are the best corners in this league. And we've seen both of those guys at various points this season struggle because it is extremely hard to play quarterback in the National Football League, man. So, yeah, you're going to have some penalties, man. It's going to be out there, man. But at the end of the day, you want a dude that's going to continue to battle each and every snap. And when it's time to make a play, make a play. So, with JPJ, another young guy, he's going to continue to get better and evolve. But I'm not tripping on that penalty stuff yesterday, man. It comes with it. Because when it doesn't, that's when them dudes torch you and take over the whole game, a la Jamar Chase and company like that, man. So to me, I'm not tripping on it. How you feel about it, though, man?
It's stuff you want cleaned up for sure. But I don't think JP has or had as bad of a game as what's being let on. Well, I think part of it would be a question you may be able to answer is that slant that McLaurin took for, 60 yards from the field. What was JP's assignment on that?
It looked like he was playing cover 3.
That's what I thought. It looked like he was in zone. He wasn't pressed up on him or anything. So I don't know if he was just trying to lead him to the inside. Someone else on the inside was supposed to help out.
They're waiting on the receiver to clear them linebackers because they know JP and Minka, they're in their respective areas. They kind of will overlap, but they're neither one of those are married to that guy. So with the zone, you're going to have some natural soft spots, and that was kind of what that was. I was just more so impressed with JPJ showing off some speed. I was like, yo, I knew you was fast, but he definitely walked down my man McLaurin. So shout out to him for that, man. But he said, man, cornerback in the National Football League is extremely difficult, man. We remember what Denver looked like when we was watching George Pickens do what to Patrick Surtain, right? Pat Surtain viewed as, if not the best, top 2 since he been in this league, man. He a dude. And we saw GP giving him absolute fits. And GP hasn't even accomplished from wide receiver standpoint just yet. He's not even accomplished top 5 type stuff just yet. Now, we think he's definitely on track to get there. But that's the National Football League, man. Like, it is tough. This is not like the older times, man, where quarterbacks couldn't throw it, receivers, couldn't get open and stuff like nah, man, these dudes, they be on the same page in the way these calls are set up or the rules, the way they're set up as well, man. It's like you can't breathe on them. So you can't breathe on them, but they can get away with all the benefit of the doubt of any push at the break, any contact down the grass. Nobody complains if the receiver creates contact. If the DB breathes on the guy too rough, oh, man, hey, where the flag? Throw the flag. So, once again, man, yeah, I think JPJ's doing fine, man. Like, he will clean up some of the penalty stuff, but as a whole, that's going to come with that position, man.
AJ Martinez says, Mr. Mike Hood and Go Chat. Enough said. 5-5 and Diggler.
Shout out to AJ. Shout out.
We got T-Star F. Shout out to Broad. We didn't hear from him yesterday just the way we like it. Shout out to Moats with the rock in his ear. Had to turn my screen brightness down.
Hey, you got to chill, man. Don't do me like that. Jeez Louise, man. But nah, man, like what I was saying, man, Broderick fought. You know, he played with great effort, man. He fought. He played with really good effort, man. Shout out to Broderick, though, man, as a whole, man. Didn't allow Dante Fowler to disrupt too much, man. And, yeah, as long as you keep having that energy, he's going to be fine. But you got to bring it each and every week. Broderick is more than capable of blocking every single person he lines up against in this NFL, man. It's more so to be. I think it's just a mental thing. Having that switch and turning it on and leaving it on. Not playing with it. Turn it on. Turn it off. I'm turning it back on. Turn it back off. Like, just leave it on, man. Leave it on, man. You'll be an all-pro. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, man.
Joe Gerbis, Kenny throws like he's a baseball player. All arm. Look at Josh. He used to throw the same way. Needs help with fundamentals. Made 300 last night. Shout out to chat.
Okay. Shout out to the 300. I likes it. They saying your boy thought like a baseball player. I mean, they say, I've heard that it's good and bad, though.
We got Marco Prove It saying, bro, I remember when Matt Canada said this team ain't built for comebacks.
This is very true. We've upgraded our offensive situation, man. Shout out to the new additions, man, including coaching staff.
Richard Hunt, crazy crowd yesterday. Don't let us take M&T Bank Stadium over in a few weeks. Stairway to 7.
Hey, that's going to be a real one, man. That'll be a real one.
Demetric Smith, 14 points were given from special teams and offense, by the way, not defense's fault.
Hey, man, if defense is on the field, you're supposed to get a stop.
No, that's a good point.
I'm aware of those points.
That's a very good point.
They didn't get the stop, so it doesn't matter.
No, I mean, yeah, that James Pierre play changes a lot in that game. I think that's a 10-point swing right there. All I'm saying with the defense, it's just I feel like there's things we could button up, we could be better on. I think I've been seeing, again, over the last like 4 or 5 weeks, just a little bit of a Jekyll and Hyde with them.
Nah, respect, man, respect.
Boomman318, Deke, you have to give context for one of the scores off the fail fake punt. Yeah, no, 100%. Outside of that, the defense did what they needed to do. We made them work for every inch.
I said, man, I get what you saying. They got a lot of money on that side of the ball. It's the kind of like Dak Prescott. It's like, man, we don't care why. Yo, your number is 60 mil. Make it work. The expectation is this because of the pay. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Well, and I don't know. I don't know what the stats are exactly. I just come away from each game over the last like 4 or 5 weeks of, damn, like this happened. We're kind of lucky that this happened from the defensive side of things, like the penalties, calling back those touchdowns in the Giants game, stuff going off Garrett Wilson, or that pass from Aaron Rodgers going off Garrett Wilson's chest.
I'm with you on all that.
Like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like little things, and when you give up some of these gash plays, you're like, man, you let the team stick around, you let the team get this momentum. It's going to haunt you later in the game, like it did in the Dallas game.
Yeah.
That's all.
Like I say, I get what you're saying, man. I do. Like I said, our perspectives are just different with how we view certain things, man. Yeah, I just think we just view it differently. Yeah. Like, a negative play can happen from a defensive side of the ball, and it's not the end of the world to me because I believe the next one we're going to make a play happen. Whereas I could get for, your perspective or even others, it might be, hey, man, no, that play matters a lot more to me, man. I know, because now we got to wait for this quarterback and hope that he doesn't make a play. Whereas defensively, I'm like, I don't care who this quarterback is. We about to go take this ball. We about to go make this play. It's just different mindset with it, man.
Sammy Buckets, any concern that Elliott and Minka are top 2 in tackles?
Oh, they're saying like on the season. I was like, they weren't top 2 yesterday. But I I don't love it, but at the same time, I get part of it. In terms of Deshaun Elliott, we've played him aggressively down by the box. And even yesterday, you saw how many plays he made down by the line of scrimmage. At times, he kind of plays it like a linebacker at times, man. His willingness and his just trusting his eyes and shooting certain gaps, man. Most time, man, you don't see safeties doing that type of stuff, man, but he does. So that's a big reason why we've seen an uptick in terms of his overall tackles. With Minka's it's been a little bit different because he's more last line of defense. So some of that I don't like all the way, but at the same time, I don't hate it because we rotate our linebackers. If it was Patrick Queen and Landon Roberts or Patrick Queen and Peyton Wilson playing every single snap the whole game, I would expect those two guys to lead our team in tackles. But we don't. We rotate those dudes. We have Patrick Queen doing more of the coverage stuff as well. And his production has definitely picked up as he's gotten more settled into the defense. So I look at it, a little bit of all of that context with it. But I will be interested to see how it ends. I wouldn't be surprised if Deshaun Elliott ends in that top 3 in tackles. But I want to see where Patrick Queen will end up at when it's all said and done, because I think that that's the type of dude that, in my eyes, I think should and potentially will be our leading tackler by the time the season is over. So, like I said, we'll see right now, man. But good context, though. Good information on it, though, man.
Ethan Leach, what was with the D-Jacks holding no call on the field goal?
I mean, that's officiating. I think the commentator tried to sell it with the ref might have viewed it as it wasn't going to impact the play. We personally don't agree with that. But as a defender, you live with it because, shoot, we saw TJ White get held in the end zone, would have been a safety call. So that's why, I don't know, when we talk the perspective stuff and it's a play or something could go where it was we got bailed out. The guy dropped the pass. It's I don't look at it as bailed out because I know at some point in this game, there was a call that y'all missed on us anyways because of how we play this day, man. There was something that should have went our way anyways, but because we play defense and how the rules are slated, it was going to naturally go in your guys' favor, man. So, yeah, with that D-Jacks holding no hold call, it's yeah, man, all right, it's going to come back. It's going to work its way back to us some way, somehow. Just keep playing. And, it did. So, shout out to him, man. But, yeah, that one was worse than a lot of the other ones I've seen on them field goals ones because he definitely was turning the corner, and you could clearly see him getting tugged on, man.
Bear part, a bad D drive is giving up chunk, easy rhythm plays.
Yeah, that's usually when you get scored on, man. I'm with you on that. Heck yeah. So I'm not saying that the defense doesn't have bad drives. My whole, grievance with the commentary was more so of the way that I perceived it was defense has had more of the holes and more reasons for us to feel uncomfortable or unsettled with, whereas offensively it was communicated as if they scored touchdowns every single drive. And from my perspective, what's the difference between you having to punt or going 3 and out or having a turnover versus a chunk play being given up, right? Or you being able to have multiple first downs and get in scoring position it's they both are bad for your side of the ball. So why is this one weighted more than this one? Because at the end you finished with 28, but y'all still did enough to make sure that they didn't score more than your guys. That's all. But that's why I said, perspective-wise, I think we could all just have different perspectives of how we see it. But we all want the same thing, and that's for the guys to win and look the best doing it.
Well, I'll be honest. I think part of that, though, is Russ playing the way he is and him being a quarterback, too.
Yeah.
And with that being the most important position is why you even have more faith in the offense, too.
Yeah. But prior to him coming out here 3 weeks ago, people didn't even have that confidence in him. So that's why I have this disconnect of, well, now all of a sudden after these 3 games, now people is I don't know.
Oh, he's doing it. I mean, he's putting up 30 points.
Right. It just seems
28 points.
But it just seems to me it's flavor of the week for the supporters of offense and quarterback. That's all. I don't really like that from my perspective. So that's why I try to just stay with it. But I get with it. I definitely can get the perspective. I do.
Joe Gerber says, as a realist, I understand Moats, but the fan, I am is no more than 14 points, and our defense suffocating the other team. Also, thank God and our soldiers.
No, facts on that. Now, Joe, I'll say this, man. You can hold teams to 14 points and suffocate them, but what good offense are you doing that to is what I'm trying to figure out. Our defense has suffocated some teams out. It's not like we haven't seen that before, but it's like at the same time, what elite or high-level offenses are having that happen to them in 2024? We could name more offenses that we feel like are capable of scoring 20 plus, 28 plus points on a week in, week out basis, that we feel like defense that are going to be able to stop these type of teams or hold offense to 14 points just based off how the league is, man. So, like I said, I just got a different perspective on it, man. I can dig it, though, bro. I can dig it, man. Do you think our defense, based on how much they get paid right now, is capable of holding teams to under 14 points per game and suffocating them? Regardless of the opponent, regardless of the offensive opponent.
I got to see it the first 3 weeks.
Who did we play the first 2 weeks?
Falcons, Chargers, and Broncos.
Falcons, Chargers, and Broncos. How do we feel about those offenses? Any of them elite?
Falcons are playing good.
Now they are, yeah. We know the commentaries from the first month of the season.
Yeah. Broncos, Bo Nix is playing good now, too.
I'm hearing you.
You don't agree? I mean,
I'm just listening to you.
Their offense.
I said elite. I said, are they like? Would you put them in the top? Like the top? If we were just saying, Deke, just name me top 5 offenses in the league off the top of your head. Would you throw Denver in that?
Falcons honestly might be in there right now. I don't know. I mean, I haven't looked at it at all. I'm talking about yards and just raw production.
So if we at the bar right now, a guy come up to you and say, "Hey man, name me the top 5 offenses in 2024 in the NFL." Who you saying?
What are we talking about? Yardage and points and all that?
You overthinking it, man.
Because
Chiefs are going to come up.
I don't know.
The Ravens are going to come up.
I actually don't know if the Chiefs would.
Okay.
I honestly don't know if the Chiefs would. Ravens would. Yeah, for sure. Buffalo probably does.
Bengals?
Yeah, Bengals. I don't know where San Fran is. Probably Tampa Bay.
Okay. Detroit, they score a lot.
Yeah.
They score 50 multiple times this year, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. Chargers. To me, Chargers got a good offense. To me, Falcons got a good offense. I don't know exactly where they rank. I would categorize them as good offense. Definitely in the upper half.
Respect, man. Respect.
You don't agree?
We could agree to disagree.
You don't think Falcons are a good offense, or the Chargers have a good offense?
No. We're gonna change the convo until now. The Falcons have a good offense. We're talking the perception when we played them the first game of the season. That was not the same Falcons offense that is being seen now. We would all agree with that. But I get, for argument purposes, yeah, we could just generalize it. Oh yeah, Falcons have a good offense. Like, yeah, we're seeing it now, but that was not the commentary in the first 4 games of the season. The same with the Denver Broncos. That was not the commentary. We would all agree with that. So that's all I'm saying with that part, man. But we go find out. Jayden Daniels, they got a good offense, man. Would we say that the Commanders' offense is more better front half of the league than not good back? Okay.
Absolutely.
So good test, 27 points, right? We said it was some context into the 27, but as a whole, 27, you held Jayden Daniels to 200 yards of passing. You held them as a team to 60 yards rushing, right? We're about to play against the Ravens twice. We know they score points. We know the Bengals got to play against them twice. They score points. We'll find out how good or not good this defense is. If this defense is average to just good, 30 points, 30 plus points will be scored. Baltimore twice, Cincinnati twice, guaranteed.
I don't see that happening. I don't.
We'll find out. If we are as good as I think we are as playing, or think we're playing, then that won't be the case. But if we're average or just okay, or all these other kind of baseline things that people have had in terms of the defense, then yeah, them teams will score 30 plus on us. Guarantee it, man. Guarantee it. Because those offenses are like that. But we're going to find out. I'm excited for it though, bro. I'm excited.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't expect us to give up. I mean, we played the Ravens. We played the division good. We do.
Bro, they said the Commanders averaged 392 yards of total offense per game, 4th in the league. So, I'm out. I'm good.
I mean,
I'm gonna leave it alone. I don't want no problem. I'm gonna leave it alone.
We did get.
I don't want no parts of it, bro. You got it. I don't want no parts of it. I promise. I don't want no parts of it.
Dude, listen,
we're good. We're on the same page. We're on the same page, man. We're on the same page,
as a
bro.
whole, we're 7-2.
Yeah.
It's something to talk about. It's
I'm with
context
you.
to bring up.
It is. I'm with you, bro.
Overall, I am satisfied with the defense.
I was like, yo.
Overall, I am.
It's like, bro, is the defense like bad? Like we don't like the defense like God.
No, I thought we were coming into this game and we were gonna win. I felt like the offense was a lock to get around high 20s. I think I said 28.
Yeah.
And I said depends on what defense shows up, and whether or not we win in a shootout, like we just like 28-27, or if it's 28-17. And part of that, I will admit, was the James Pierre drop fake punt. If that doesn't happen, maybe the Commanders only put up 17. Maybe they only put up 20. But then you do like through the course of the game,
the flow changes. I'm with you.
And even just the course of the game, Commanders were getting some chunk plays, and they did have some pretty bad drops.
They had some moments, man, for certain. Yeah. But they're a good offense, is what I was saying. It's like versus good offenses, the way the rules are set, like I don't think you're gonna find a like far and away better performance than what was taking place yesterday. Now, could we still have been better? Yes. But I just think like the way that like these offenses are, and that's a good offense, I just think that, you're looking at best case in some of them things, man. Like, that was best case that it was just them penalties. And that's best case, man. Because them dudes are very capable over there, man.
I think if anything, my statement is I have more faith in the offense, or just I have a better feeling of what the offense is going to do week in, week out. It's more of a compliment to Russ, I think.
No, respect.
As opposed to like the shot at the defense. Now, I do think it is a statement of the defense taking a little bit of a step back from what we were the first 3 weeks, but I think I'm trying to point it more in the direction of I'm really pumped about this offense. Yeah.
No, respect on that. Like I said, man, I'm definitely hype about the offense. Because with Russ, I get exactly what you said. Like,
because, I mean,
28 points like the floor.
Literally the nature of what those units are, or the definitions of offense and defense. The offense is you are trying to create. So
correct.
At any point, like, all right, you're down a little bit, a little stale. You can create 7 points. You can create a drive out of nowhere.
Quick way to score.
Yeah, but defend, like, you don't touch the ball. You're the ones trying to defend. Mm-hmm. And with Russ being a quarterback,
less control, or defense, you feel you don't have control.
That's why I'm pointing to Russ being the quarterback. He's getting the ball in his hands every time, and he's playing like elite. So,
I get what you. That's why I said we got different perspectives. Like, I don't view defense as not being in control, but I can definitely understand the view of you are not in control because you're just reacting. You're on defense. They got the ball, and he's marked. I get it. I do. So that's why I was like, just different perspectives on it, man. But I get what you're saying.
AJ Martinez, Tito Good Vibes gifted a Moats membership to Truth Bear.
Hey, shout out that Tito Martinez. Jeez Louise. Shout out to Tito with the good vibes, being a rock star like paying it forward, and to the individual Deke just named. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Let's get you, Dub. How do you think the cornerback room gets shuffled with Trice coming back this week? No need to rush him, but Jackson could use some relief to rotate with.
I think Corey Trice, man, I'm a big Corey Trice fan, man. So we will see, man. I don't think they're going to be just taking Dante Jackson off. I get what you're implying, I guess. Let's go UW in the sense of like, we've seen him give up some catches. He's had a penalty or two. I get all of that. I promise I do, man. I'm not trying to minimize it, but I don't personally think that Corey Trice is going to take snaps away from Dante Jackson just yet. Now, I think that we'll see him utilize very similar to how it was like the first couple of games when he was back as that dime corner, but I think now that's even up in the air because of Cam Sutton. Cam Sutton hopped right back into the lineup, man, doing some of the stuff as the fourth corner, because they still were playing Beanie out there. Like, Beanie and Cam kind of got some of them opportunities, man. But I just think that part is going to maybe get in the way of Corey Trice a little bit. But like I said, man, I don't think that it's going to be because of Dante Jackson. This Steelers in terms of the defense, the coach staff, like they feel really good about the corners, man, in terms of PZ and Dante Jackson. Dante Jackson gets turnovers, man. We talked about how many, I forgot which season it was. We were like, yo, can we just get a DB that's catching picks, man? We need a corner that can do that. Dante do that, man. But once again, this is the National Football League, man. Dudes are going to give up some big plays, man. It happens. Show me a corner that's elite in this league. Show me a cornerback that's good in this league that has not given up explosive plays, has not had penalties, man. It comes with the territory, man. But I do think that with Corey Trice, though, man, he'll get some opportunities, man. I'm excited for him. Because, like I said, he was playing well before he got hurt. Just sucked that he got hurt.
Yeah. I think that's it for the supers for me.
I like it. Shoot, because sticking with the cornerbacks, man, just in the sense of, the challenge of it, but also, man, how a dude can take advantage of opportunity. You think about your boy Pierre. Shoot, Pierre, man, how many times we went from Pierre Island, he should start, to Pierre then came out the lineup, don't put him out there, to what is the critical part of the game. That's the dude they going at. And he make a play. Wasn't the prettiest all the way, but made the play.
Could have picked it if he just turned his head around.
Yeah. But it's like, yo, man, when you're out there on that perimeter, man, talk about being in coverage. Hey, just make the play, bro. Just make the play, because it is very, very difficult to do, man. And, yeah, you can even make a case that the receiver had a step on him, too. But it's like, yo, it doesn't matter sometimes. Yeah, but it's like it doesn't matter sometimes. All of that goes to playing defense. And that's the part of the defender's mindset. It's like, we will look at an offensive player and say, oh, he won off the line of scrimmage. Hey, man, he's open. Throw it to him. And it's like, okay, you still got to get that ball there. That ball still got to get caught. And this dude still got to survive me hitting him. It's a lot that goes into that. Whereas from the offense mindset, it's like, oh, I won off the line of scrimmage. Oh, play's done now. I got him. It's like, nah, bro. Like, all of that is a part of it, man. But shout out to Pierre, man, for the finish with that, man. Another dude that I wanted to ask you about, though. How we feeling about your boy Warren?
Man,
and you know I love 30. You know I love
the refs
30.
were bad, but
you know I love
not calling forward progress or whatever, blowing the whistle on that wasn't one of their bad calls, actually.
I thought you was going there. Deke said, "I'm not seeking that comfort." Heck no,
because I saw people. Thought he was going to score.
People brought that up. They was like, "You should have been forward progress. Blow the whistle." Like, hey, bro, we can't have it both ways, man. No. I thought he was going to score too, personally.
No. Yeah, that's the disappointing part of Warren's game. Everything else he does is awesome.
Yeah.
Because
he was cooking yesterday. He had his moments, man.
He did the thing that I've been talking about with Warren and why people shouldn't be overlooking Warren. I know there's been a lot of Najee love recently talking about how Najee deserves his respect. But when there are games and Najee ain't getting it going, things are a little bit slow, you need a Jaylen Warren to give you a
change
spark.
Of pace, man.
Yeah, and he did. He was awesome.
Pass game and running game.
Right, exactly. And it was that drive that he fumbled on where gashing. We just kept handing it off to him every time.
It was Najee the first couple. When Najee went down, that's where Warren just like, yo, boom, boom, boom. Like,
so that's what I was saying. Listen, I get Najee. He deserves his respect, but let's not forget about Jaylen Warren. He was banged up this year, but this is what he brings to the table. When Najee don't got it going, this is why we need a compliment with him. We needed Jaylen Warren. We needed 30. And then I think he fumbled on the next play. I don't know, man. It's disappointing. What do you want me to say? I don't have a defense for it.
It kills me because I'm over here like, I'm not going to say don't give him the ball anymore. I still want him to get the ball.
He was getting snaps later in the game.
So I'm over here like,
which is good.
Still give him the ball. Yeah. But it's like, yo, stop fumbling it, man. Oh, like you said, bro, that changes the whole feeling of the ending of this game. You scoring there, man. It just, But then I'm like, I felt like with Cordell, he doesn't look all the way healthy to me. I'm watching him run the kickoffs back. I'm like, yo, are you?
I actually thought he looked better at running back. Though.
I did. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, but I don't know. It's just like he don't look right. I'm like, what's going on?
I get healthy. We don't need him right now that bad. I do think we'll need him later in the season in the playoffs though.
I would agree.
Get healthy.
Yeah, I definitely.
He
agree,
is an asset to the offense.
Yeah. Because, man, Jaylen.
Dude, I saw the one play. It was one of the later series. We had Patterson lined up on the outside. That was another example where I was like, we're not going to have Mike Williams on the outside. We're going to put Patterson on the outside. Unless we're going to motion Patterson or do something stupid like that.
It's
but
all for It's all for...
Why not put Mike Williams on the outside? He could be a decoy.
I'm with you.
He could run a freaking go route.
This is the Arthur Smith. I want to keep giving you similar looks so you don't know, you can't get a beat on, all right, if Cordell's in here, he's always in the backfield. It's like, yo, sometimes you got to line him up at wide receiver. And even though we all are agreeing, Mike Williams gives us a better opportunity to run this vertical than Cordell Patterson does, for the sake of keeping defenses off, that, you kind of got to do some of that. Matchup. Yeah, you got to kind of do some of that, man. So,
but just the fact, Mike Williams,
we got this dude that you got.
That's my thing, though. That's not just one moment.
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
We got to see Calvin Austin, Van Jefferson out there a lot, and still no 18. Yeah, but we finally got him.
I think offensively, in part of that was because Calvin Austin had got hurt. Remember, he had that was on that same series. Yeah,
he got clocked.
Yeah, somebody, I forgot who hit him.
He made the catch, but
he caught it. He definitely got rocked. But it was because of that part. That's what kind of opened the door for him. But what I was saying was, I think offensively, we should see more uptick from Mike Williams this week and going forward. Because with offense, like we kind of talked about, man, it's more timing. We got to be on the same page. You got to know what I see pre-snap. If this DB is this, all right, that means you're going to do this. Without me and you saying anything, we just got to be on the same page and know it. And for the quarterback, they don't get to wait to know if you know it. If they're anticipating this throw, we either 100% right or we going to be all the way wrong. And I just think for Mike Williams right now, he hasn't gotten that much, trust from the team to just put him out there and knowing all of that just yet, man. But I'm hoping, like I said, this week should be a little bit more uptick, and the further he's here, more uptick. Whereas defense is a little bit different, man. Preston, you could play him like we talked about, man. Like, just go rush, man. Go play in this 6 technique. This your C gap right here will make it work.
Let's get you Dub says he was talking more on how banged up Jackson has been.
Okay. Respect.
Getting him a bit of a breather.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, if we're talking about from a health standpoint, I do agree. Yeah, because he left at some point yesterday. That was why Pierre ended up being out there at the end of it. So, yeah, I do agree if that's the case. I thought you were saying, like, yo, but is struggling because people be coming at these DBs like crazy. I'm like, bro, I get it. But it's like, bro, do you see these people? They got a guard? Like, these guys are capable. All these dudes be good, man. And they actually got a quarterback that can sling that thing, man. Shout out to Coach Tito, man. My man say, yo, y'all got to slow it down on them Lamar Jackson comparisons, all right? That's Mr. Jackson. Multiple time MVP. We're going to see him soon. But shout out to Jaden Daniels, though, man. But, yeah, I do agree, man. If it's from a health standpoint, man, Corey Trice would definitely help out in that standpoint, yes.
Eddie T. weight loss journey. Let's be honest, Steeler fans. Russell Wilson is the leader at quarterback that Mike Tomlin has been missing since his last Super Bowl run. And those Super Bowls were defense-led, not quarterback. Come on, bro.
I see he tried to go at your best. I ain't going there with you. He tried to go at your best.
Come on, bro.
He tried to go at your best, yo. I peeped that. He definitely tried to go at your best. Yeah. Why you typing it all caps too, ADT? Like, you really meant it, bro. That's crazy.
It's messed up.
You really tried to go at your man. How we get there? I still need to know when 7 said that they called him salty. One person called him salty. Now you trying to go at him at ET? That's crazy. He thought he was smooth with it too. Let me just type it this
I'm not cool
way.
With that comment.
He said, I'm going to just type it this way. He'll never catch on to this one.
There's some subtext there.
What? Hey, man, that's wild, bro. Don't do my man like that now. Easy.
You could have just said Russell Wilson's the leader at quarterback that Tomlin has been missing since Ben retired.
Or you could say since last Super Bowl run. And that would have been fine too. But all this other now you trying to make it messy. You trying to play, man. Don't come at 7 like that now.
AJ Martinez, protection of the ball was key, and 30 has fumbles.
Yeah. It's so weird, man. Because he is so dang good. But to see these fumbles pop up, it's like, it's weird, man. I don't know what it is with him, man. because it's not like he's a soft runner. It's not like we talk about some of these guys like, oh, he's more of a scat back, more of a finesse style runner. He gets hit, he can't take it. It's like we don't think of Jaylen like that. It's like the opposite. It's like he's a little dude that pack a big time punch, explosive. But it's like, man, on occasion you just see this ball pop out. But
I wonder what the clip is for, or the rate is for running back fumbles around the league.
Like how many carries before they fumble?
I wonder if, Warren's actually on like a normal pace, but it's just that Najee never fumbles.
We're used to Najee and L. Bell,
yeah,
who never fumbled, and when they did, they never lost the fumble.
I feel like he's fumbling less than Connor.
Low key, I agree.
When Connor was here,
I would agree. But
I don't think he fumbles with the Cardinals.
I would agree, but we also felt like Connor had a fumbling issue here, so maybe that was like way worse, and now this is just like medium. Yeah, but our two marquee backs have never fumbled. Like L. Bell wasn't a fumbler.
I feel like if you look at Warren last season, he probably only has 2 fumbles.
Real?
And then he would
I'm scared to look, man.
Would it be 1 this year? Is it 2 this year?
In terms of lost or just overall?
Because
he's put the ball on the ground, but he hasn't been lost. Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, I bet you he only has like 3 or 4 for his career. Yeah. Which I'm just thinking out loud. I'm wondering to myself, is that like a normal fumble rate?
Yeah.
But it's just that we compare that to Najee. All right, so he had 4 last year.
4 lost or 4 just fumbles in general?
Just says 4 fumbles.
Okay.
So 6 total on his career.
Yeah.
1 his rookie season, 4 last year, and then only 1 this year.
Yeah. Because last year was when it was loudest. We didn't feel like he was a fumbler his first year. Like, we think we saw him put it on the ground, but nobody tripped out.
Browns game, I think, Thursday night.
Yeah.
That was it. Yeah, we didn't see him fumble again. 4 fumbles. I don't remember 4 fumbles last year. I would guess 2 or 3. So maybe one of those was recovered. Maybe it was going out of bounds or something.
Losing a fumble versus just fumbling are 2 different things. Like, because I think L. Bell might have had like 2 fumbles one season, but he recovered both of them. So it was like, we don't feel any of that. Shoot, even Jerome Bettis, he hardly ever fumbled. Like, but when he did, we knew what that was. Shout out to your boy 7.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not gonna be able to find.
You know what? Try this. Pull up Ezekiel Elliott real quick, just to see body of work. I want to see how many fumbles he was having per season, or where he's been at these past 3 years, where he's been more rotational. Think New England and Dallas the second stint to just see where it's been.
All right, so he had 2 last year in New England.
Okay.
Has 1 this year.
Okay.
Course of his career, because it is different too, because you're getting more handoffs.
Right, he was getting way more handoffs. Yeah.
Rookie year, he had 5 fumbles.
Okay.
Second year, 1. Third year, 6. Fourth year, 3.
Yeah.
Fifth year, 6. 1 in 2021, 0 in 2022.
Yeah.
And then I just mentioned the last 2 years.
So, like, based off of hearing that, I do side a little bit with, this is a little bit more of a fumble situation, because I know how much Zeke was touching that ball, whether you're talking running it or catching it. And we're saying 5 was the most you said that one year, or 6 was the most you said he had that one season?
6 in one season, 5 in another.
All right. Whereas I'm thinking of even last year, Najee still was 1,000-yard back. They still were splitting carries, but we felt like Najee still got the lion's share of it. So when we think of that context, and it still was 4 of them, we got to hold on to that rock, man. But he knows this. He definitely knows this, man. Because that's like the only thing that's holding him back right now.
Yeah. I mean, right there, you don't fumble at the goal line. Now, granted, maybe we don't have to score the Mike Williams touchdown, but you combine that goal line fumble with the Pierre drop, that's another maybe 10 points for the offense.
What do you prefer? Would you have preferred the Jaylen Warren touchdown right there and that be it? Or did you kind of like the walk-off rush, F you on 3rd and long, and we playing beyond the sticks?
You're telling me we win both scenarios?
We're going to win both ways, right?
We win both ways.
We win both ways, man.
I'll take the walk-off. I'll take the dramatic.
All right. I felt like
as long as you guarantee me the win.
The walk-off was hard, bro.
Yeah.
The walk-off was hard.
I guess it wasn't, though, because we had to get back there on offense.
But we got a chance for Mink and Casey to make a play.
Didn't realize they had those timeouts. But, I I would side with that. I think that'll do more if you want to get deep and philosophical. Right. I think it'll actually have more impact for the team going forward too. Having some of the guys some of the young guys on offense, and just even the defense see Russ do something like that in person.
Because now
I think that only improves the belief and improves the confidence.
Because not everybody on that team was playing when Russ was playing in Seattle. Not everybody got a chance to see what that felt like being in stadium against that, and you like, oh, no, that's one of the ones over there. But when you get a chance to be a part of it and you see that first. Oh, that's what that look like in person? Oh, that's how he really talk? Oh, that's what it's really like? Yeah, you start believing it, man. It's contagious. It's definitely contagious, man.
Next comment, we got Adrian Martinez saying, 30 does cook, but Russ is a chef. Let's go 2-2.
Is that a little chef and a big chef? Is that what I'm saying?
I'm not sure what he's trying to do.
I was saying, yeah. Ooh, Mike Hood. He did the research.
Okay. He says league average is 120 carries to fumble. So one fumble per 120 carries.
Okay.
So 4 fumbles. I don't even know if
Jaylen had 100.
I don't think he had 200 last year. 200 carries. Maybe 200 total
touches, yeah.
I mean, that's just how efficient the dude is. Yeah, I think he had 1,100 total yards.
He was cooking.
On probably close to 200 total touches. That's great. Yeah, so he had 149 attempts on the ground and 61 receptions.
Yeah.
So
man.
That's 210 times he touched the ball. That would be, all right, like a fumble and a half.
Yeah.
You need to average.
The fact that he got production like that with that
5.3 yards per carry.
Little amount of touches, but that dude balling, man.
Right now, 55 attempts running and 14 receptions with the 1 fumble.
No.
So just don't fumble for the next, I don't know, like 60 attempts or 60 touches you got? You're on pace. You're fine.
And add his occasional kickoff returns as well, because, he give us some of that.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, just stop putting it on the ground, man. No more fumbles the rest of this season is what it sounds like. Nah. Because you got to be careful. All it takes is one in the wrong time, and then you Fitzgerald Toussaint. And we saw people looked at him. Or you, my man in the Super Bowl.
Mendenhall's the
better example. Mendenhall. It's like
Toussaint never did anything for us before that.
Fair enough. So at
least Warren's doing some stuff for us.
Yeah, all it takes is one.
Good running back for us.
One play changed the whole perspective of how they looking at you now, man. So just hold that ball, bro.
I think the other thing, though, as long as if you fumble or do something bad, as long as you don't blame others and point the finger and talk trash on the GOAT, then I think fans will still like you.
Cautionary vest. He said, yo, just sit there, shut up, and just take it.
I think if you just own it, then people will be like, okay.
You can't punch back. He tried to punch back, and now everybody want to jump on you. Yeah, he said, just don't punch back, man. Just take your lick. It is what it is. Smooth on. He said, "No, what about him?" They said, "Oh, you didn't talk about that one. No, you didn't tripped out now." Shout out to Mendenhall, man. Shout out to Mendenhall. I like it.
What else we got? That was the last.
I like it. I did want to. Oh, what was I about to ask you about? Dang on. Actually, shoot. Hold on, man. Hold on. I don't even know right now. It's all good. Shout out to the defense, though, man. Shout out to the linebackers. How'd you feel about PQ, though, man?
Best game as a Steeler.
Facts.
Looks like he's back. Bye week probably did him a lot of good because I know through the last 3-4 weeks he's been missing tackles, looking like he's on ice skates at times.
Mm-hmm.
But probably part of that was due to the groin injury he's been dealing with.
Yeah.
So this week, I don't think we really had any of that.
He looked
the bye week
fast.
The bye week had to have helped him heal up.
No, he definitely looked fast this week, man. It was a couple of plays that kind of stood out, man. Obviously, the one where he chases Jaden Daniels to the sideline, I thought that was crazy impressive. He had another one, man, where it's almost like a pull type run play. He's the backside guy, shoots the gap, man, makes the TFL. I thought for him, man, it looked like number one. Like lungs wise, he looked like he was like in great shape being out there, man, running around the whole time. No heavy huffing and puffing. But also agree, man, he just looked healthy. Like, didn't look like anything was bothering. I know the arm at one point in the game, but he ain't even come off of that one. I'm like, all right.
Right.
But to me, man, I'm like, that's a little bit more of what we were expecting. I think that's hopefully we're going to see more of going down the stretch because that's what he's capable of, man. That's the Baltimore tape for certain. Ooh, and shout out to Tom J too, man. I appreciate you reminding me of this, man. I definitely forgot. We got to still pick these daggone winners too, man. So this is actually perfect. All right, before we get there, let's make sure. Do we have anything else I was going to talk about this game, though? I felt like it was something else I had.
Pickens played good.
No, he absolutely did. Shout out to GP. You believe him now?
No, I just feel like it was nice. We didn't see anything stupid or anything sketchy, really. He tried to get close with the jumping stiff arm and holding the ball up.
You weren't feeling the jumping stiff arm, man?
That's fine. It's whatever. It's just, you know, there's
not attention to detail all the way
there with Pickens.
I say, yo, he's feeling it. I felt like he was just in one of them modes yesterday where it's just like nothing could go wrong for him. Like, he's catching a lot of it. He's getting the run after the explosive plays. You seeing him jumping up, playing with energy. So, yeah, when I saw this stuff, I'm just like, yo, he just GP go GP.
That's what you get with him.
Yeah, it's the GP. It's the GP experience. Didn't cost us any penalties, no turnovers. Detailed the work and gave us he actually completed the highlight reel this time too, man. Because that was a freaky catch, bro.
Yeah.
Like, nuts, man. But shoot, right now, as we kind of said earlier when we were talking about just the lack of usage with Mike Williams, GP is the receiving hope that we have right now, man. Like, he's the only guy that consistently is winning those one-on-ones or even just consistently producing right now, man, versus just the one catch here or there or two catches here or there. You know what I mean? So definitely liking that, man.
Ethan Leach says, Deke must have not seen his takedown on the interception. I did see that. I forgot about it.
Yo, he was mushing the dude.
Now you just reminded me.
Me and wifey was on the couch like, yo, can they go back and put the camera? I want to see how this thing ended. Because they was feisty, bro. He was, yeah. It's GP, though, bro. Yeah, it's definitely GP. But he ain't get us in trouble. No penalties. So we like that. We definitely like that. Now, how'd you feel about Muth, Darnell Washington?
I'd like to get him the ball more. Both of them. Specifically Darnell. I like when we get him the ball.
Yeah.
Something good seems to always happen with him. But Muth at least got the touchdown. It should have been Calvin Austin's the play before. But that was a nice little play. A little flat route to Muth. Touchdown. Didn't get much on the yardage side or the reception side. But they were fine. Nothing wrong with that.
And to me, man, part of that, I look at Arthur Smith and I'm like, that route that Moose scored on, man, just the schematics of it. I'm like, yo, I like when you could just scheme up something simple and easy, man. Easy throw catch for Russ, move. Like, it doesn't look like it has to be like this big production just to get a couple yards here, man. So, he said, man, I'm definitely liking that, man.
Yeah, Arthur Smith's been awesome.
No, facts.
Hopefully he doesn't get a head coaching job next year. I could use him for another year.
I think he's sticking around for another year. If you've seen him as the head coach, if you're another team right now, are you?
Yeah, I think you want to see a couple more years.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm like, yo, dude, we've seen this play out before. Like, you just let me wait a little bit, build your credit back up another year.
Now, maybe that's why some of the media were thinking that Smith was one of those that wanted to keep Fields, because if you keep Fields around and we're winning games, credit more goes to Arthur Smith. Whereas right now with Russ, we're just talking about Russ.
I can see that. That is real. That's for certain real. That's like the Aaron Rodgers day. Yeah, it's like,
here's the thing. I just from afar, Arthur Smith looks like the nicest guy ever. I don't think he's really thinking like that.
I would agree.
I think he just actually really liked Fields.
Yeah.
For the time being, for those 6 weeks. I think he was impressed with what Fields did.
I also think because of the Matt Canada experience, we all like look at the full body of what Arthur Smith has done with Justin Fields and now even with Russ. And it's like, even though Russ is playing really, 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 really well right now, we're still like, yo, we can still see certain parts that, yo, this is Arthur Smith. Arthur Smith did bring this. We did see this with Fields. It's just now taking that next step, and that's the rust factor of it. So I like the rust factor, but I don't think it's going to completely discredit it. But he for certain would have had like dang near 100% of the credit, man, with Fields, just because of how Chicago went for him, and we had never seen him have his Russ Seattle moment just yet. Dang on, okay. And then shoot, special teams wise, I guess before I do got to ask you thoughts on the fake punt.
Great call.
Let's go.
Loved it.
I didn't know how you was gonna feel about that
Just
one.
catch the damn ball.
Because it was a non-quarterback throwing the football on a fake, man.
He threw an absolute dime. On the original copy, whenever they first showed it, just because of the angle, I was like,
see
is
it,
is it a little underthrown?
Yeah. It like he short-armed it.
Pierre's hands, but they showed the one from the skybox, and holy hell, that was a dime.
Yeah.
Like, wow, there's just no excuse for dropping it.
Yeah, facts. I'm with
you. He pulled a lineman squeeze, just thought about it too much.
He did say that, too. He said, I've caught it every time we run it in practice. He's like, I get in the game and I'm thinking, and then, boop. Yeah. But no, I like the call, though, man. It was good to actually see the film study and them taking a chance on opportunity. It sucked that it didn't complete because obviously, like I said, man, you give the Commanders the ball on a short field, they end up scoring points on that, man. But the call was dope, man. Shout out to Danny Smith, man. He's in his bag once again, man.
Yeah, that goes back to the coaching, I think, from the start of the game. Mm-hmm. Defense looked energetic. Defense looked awesome to start. Offense scored on the second series. To have that doubt up for special teams that early in the game and call that, make that audible at the line of scrimmage, which I'm assuming is what Killebrew did whenever he saw Pierre wide open.
I was gonna say, let's talk about it because I did see some people in the chat, man. They were saying how Coach Tomlin after the words, he was like, "Yo, it was on me. I made the call. Now I'll do it again." Just to kind of like peel the curtain back a little bit, man. Yeah, they got to fake that. Our fake is up every week, man. Like, you practice this thing since like OTAs. They practice it every single time they do a punt practice. Like, you're gonna work on the fake, right? And once you get into the season, Coach Thomas is going to tell you, you know, whether it's green or not. Whether when you go out here on this particular punt series, if it's available for the check. Because sometimes, man, coach is just like, yo, situationally, I don't want to deal with it. It doesn't make sense right now. So even if we get the look that we want, we're not calling it. So it's off. So in that context, that's what Coach Thomas talking about when he's like, yeah, I called it and I'll do it again. Because he's just simply saying like, yeah, when you're trying to create some of these fake punts, they don't always happen on like the nice side of the field because everybody's expecting it, right? Punt safe. Hey, alert the fake, right? But when you're backed up, that's typically when everybody's thinking what? Oh, maybe we're going to get a block. Yeah. Oh, man, it's big return time. So you're not thinking about, oh, what if they actually fake this thing right quick? So that's kind of the mindset, the thought process with it. But like you said, you got to execute it, man. We've seen that exact same play work before. I believe it was, like I said, 2014 season. Robert Golden, man, we called it versus the Cincinnati Bengals versus Cincinnati Bengals in Pittsburgh primetime. Yeah, in fact, it was last game of the season. We won the division off of it. Rob G checks, boop, throws it, hits Darius Hayward-Bay on the Bengals sidelines, like a 30-yard game, big time, and we ultimately end up winning the thing because of that, man. So it's like that fake has been around for a while. And we've executed it before, man. It's just, like I said, man, Pierre just got to catch that thing, man. Because if he catch it, 30-yard gain easily, man.
Yeah, probably flipping the field.
I was about to say, yeah, I don't know what his run out to look like.
Yeah, I think he would have at least got another like 10, 15 yards. There was a guy closing in on him, but
Pierre's fast also. I don't know if he's fast running with the football. Probably be his last time getting a chance out there for the throw. Probably call the fake next. Hey, you don't get the fake this time. You get the fake. But I like it though, man.
Yeah, it would have been better to throw to Skoranek.
I guess when you say it like that, I would agree. Huh? It's like, yeah.
I'm assuming Commanders didn't leave him open.
No. They a lot of special teams coaches, they be thoughtful with that. They be like, yo, who plays wide receiver? Who plays DB? All right. If we gonna leave one, just maybe that way. All right.
Skoranek was doing some good things on special teams though.
Got the fumble recovery for us too.
Yeah,
man.
He did. And it seemed like he was down there every time, and that was with him getting called up and playing in this game. That resulted in us. I guess coincided with us releasing Terrell Edmonds. So it's kind of like a controversial move.
Yeah,
bringing up Skoranek because we know who Edmonds is, former first round pick, and He's been around here, big name.
Have been playing on defense,
it's
too,
like
yeah.
we're cutting Edmonds for this dude Skoranek. What's Skoranek going to do on offense?
Yeah.
You had to. I assumed it was for the special teams, and yeah,
That was the whole.
He looked good.
Okay, because you like Tyler Matakavage, we know he got brought back up with Ben Skoranek from IR, but with Red, we all know that's special teams, like 100%. And Edmonds don't do special teams better than Matakavage, but it's like, yo, Skoranek, like, hold on, bro, it's really that. But Skoranek, from a special team standpoint, has the leg up right now, man, and that's the unfortunate part in terms of, looking at both sides of perspective. For Skoranek, man, every opportunity you get, you make the most of it. Special teams is your way to get a helmet. Man, you be the best special teams player you can be, right? Flip side for Edmonds is in this weird phase of he went from being a full-time starter to a rotational player. Once you go from full-time to rotational, your special teams production has to step back up because now you're not viewed as this guaranteed to get a helmet, guaranteed to be on defense. It's like, nah, if you can't do more than this special teams guy, I can't keep you. And that's the unfortunate part of where he's at right now. And I'm interested to see, man, what his next season looks like, man, how it kind of plays out, because you either kind of go one or two ways right now with him, man. You're either going to get back to that starting spot that he was in the first 4 years of, playing the NFL, or you might turn into we look at the PFFs and you start bouncing around a little bit, trying to just get that right fit, man. So we will see with the homie, though, man. We definitely will see, man.
I think it'd be a good guy to bring back next year because Casey's contract's up. Why not bring Edmonds back and be the third safety on the cheap?
And he's versatile. He buys into the system. He's available in terms of health standpoint. Like, checks off a ton of the boxes, man.
Hell, we might pick him up and
look. I put him on the practice squad. Yeah, that's why I'm like, yo, can we put him on the practice squad? Like, with the way the rules are set right now, he can be on our practice squad.
All right, what else we got?
All right. Did you have anything left with the game before we transition, man? Get a couple of these giveaway picks, man.
Russ is back.
Facts. Big facts. Moonball is activated.
Yeah. I mean, that's really all you need to know.
He quietly had 3-1.
It's really all you need to know.
It was a quiet 3-1. Quiet 3-1. I love it.
Yeah, now going forward,
Quiet
we got to be thinking about seeding and winning this division. We're making the playoffs.
Facts. Quiet 3-1.
Now we just got to set ourselves up for the best chance.
First big test we had was last week versus Washington. This is about to be the next big test right here, man. To be, Washington is the JV, Baltimore's the varsity in terms of that specific style of team, and we about to face. So we just keep checking that thing off. Why not us? Why can't we be that one seed?
I think my point is this, though. Even if, let's say we lose next week, or I think even if we would have lost this week, but it is a lot better being 7-2 than 6-3. Yeah. But like if we have a loss or two, a couple losses for the back half of the season.
Don't you do that, D. Don't you start that. Don't you start that. Don't even put in the atmosphere,
all I'm saying is it's not going to be the end of the world. It doesn't matter. All you need to do is get in the dance. If Russ is playing, you got a chance. You got a chance. Like,
we got a guy.
I don't even. Yeah.
Deke has seen it. Deke has seen. He's like, yo, that's the guy. When you have the guy, man, this is how we feel with 7. You got the guy.
I don't care what the defense says.
You got the guy. I was
talking about what defense shows. I don't even care what defense shows up.
You got the guy.
We could win whatever way. Yeah. We got to win.
Deke, are we worried about protection, Deke? Are we worried? Maybe Russ is the guy, man. Russ be over here making that offense line look good. I'd be like, yo, we don't even be tripping about protection no more. Think about that. We don't even be tripping about protection no more, man.
Yeah. Meh. Russ ain't worried about playing Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson or Joe Burrow. Go on the road to Cincy, Baltimore. If we have to go on the road against the Chiefs,
he ain't tripping on any of them spots, bro. None of them.
Yeah. That's about it.
I like it, man.
That's the last thing I guess I wanted to say.
I like it. I like it, man.
And Russ, we trust.
Facts. Hey, and it was crazy too, right? Because obviously we knew he had the interception. But, man, when they said that was his first pick in like 100 and something time, I'm like, dude, you cooking. I ain't even realized that part. Yeah. I think I wrote it. Let me see if I find that thing, man. But it was...
That's the thing, too. That was really...
and 179 pass attempts. That was his first interception,
That was really his only pickable pass, too.
Yeah, I get why he did it.
He hasn't put the ball in harm's way at all.
Yeah, that was the... I'm giving my guy a chance. And GP beat his DB. Jeremy Chin just made a dope play, man. Come on, middle of the
I remember
field.
reacting to that.
Yeah, he burnt him. He burnt this dude. Jeremy Chin just went and got it.
Pickens, wait, was that the one Pickens maybe could have caught?
He could have maybe left his feet or went and reached for it. He never reached for it. Yeah.
Was that the one he turned his head around late?
I don't know the
there was
logistics of it.
Maybe there was another one.
Like from my eyes, it was he beat the DB with the double move, cleared him. His separation there. Ball is led where GP could either run and go get it, or he maybe could have left his feet to get it.
That definitely
and it just looked like Jeremy Chin ran across and he just kind of like chilled. I actually
felt like Pickens
like go get it. Yeah,
didn't make the best play on that.
Yeah, I wanted to see him either go and get it or make it a collision, or at least like think about leaving your feet for it. It just looked like he kind of like I don't know.
Yeah, like yeah, he was setting up to make the tackle.
Yeah,
as opposed to trying to make a play on the ball or just tip it out of the way or something.
Now, some people are saying, was it maybe a business decision because of how fast Jeremy was, getting to the football from the middle of the field? I'm not going there. I ain't going there, man. I could definitely understand why y'all would, but I'm not going there with that. I don't think that was the case. It was curious, though. It was a little curious.
Got a couple supers that just rolled in. Steeler Nation on fire says, good one for the Steelers, but wish we targeted the tight ends more than against Chin.
Yeah. I think we only went at him once when Muth was against him. Like I said, that was definitely one of the matchups that I wanted us to attack a little bit more. I wonder why we didn't, though. Like, that's some of the answers that we unfortunately don't get, and I doubt that they'll even talk about it on record to even say why they might have went away from it. But yeah, I definitely want to see some more of the tight ends having production.
T-Star F says Edmonds is trash. It's a reason nobody want him but us.
Well, he was employed when we signed him, so that actually is inaccurate. Yeah, the Jaguars had him on their roster, the practice squad, man. He had been up there since training camp, man. So I guess I gotta disagree, but I like it though. T-Star, I like it. Heck yeah.
All right,
all righty then, baby. All righty. So I think we're concluded with the game, right? We got everything else with that, or anything else with that? I think let's go, man. All right, and shout out to Danny Smith. All right, like what I'm saying from the homie Danny. All right. So if y'all digging how we did it today, man, go ahead and hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel, baby. All righty. So we've been talking about, man, we're on our quest, man, to cross over that 50,000 subscriber mark for the channel, man, and making some headway, man. I got the 49,000, I think 500-ish range right now, and we said at every 100 increment we were going to do some more giveaways, man. And the last time we stopped, it was at the 300 increment giveaway. And shout out to Rod Dollars, G. Alexander, and Hollywood 931. Did get a chance to connect with all of y'all. All of y'all are good. So y'all solid. I got y'all sending it out. All right. But with that being the case, Deke, now we need to spin the block, man. And we got to pick 2 winners for the 400 plus mark. And then we also got to pick 2 winners for the 5 o'clock, geez Louise, for the 500 plus subscriber mark. All right, now y'all already know how we do it, man. We put all pressure on Deke. Okay, Deke looks good, he's fresh to death, he's ready for all of y'all, and he says, man, tell him something nice. He like it nice like that. Anything Bills related makes him smile, especially when you talk about, did the Bills win yesterday? They win yesterday? I think they won yesterday. They might have won yesterday. So y'all know what Deke like, all right? Talk Buffalo to him. It gets him going. You got a great chance of winning that way, all right? No slander, all right? Other than that, y'all good. So, go ahead and pick us. Go ahead, pick 2 of them ones. Deke from out this. Hey, you talk to him, Deke. How you want to talk to him? What you want them to do for you, man?
Let's just see what these comments are saying.
Hopefully, it's all beautiful. That's what I'm hoping. Yeah. Y'all heard the teaching. All right, y'all know what it is. Y'all got this.
Let's see here. X Concept says Deke's baby mama is a very respectful lady.
Hey yo, I like that. She's respectable.
I gotta say Jeff H, because he keeps saying F them timeouts. I like that.
Okay.
Like that. That's a ode to the live stream from yesterday. So I gotta
shout out to Jeff H then. All right. Jeff H is the first one then. Okay, so see, he's one of the 400 ones. All right, so we got another 400 giveaway.
Forcework 7 is not going to win because he says Big Ben is a top 5 quarterback of all time.
He said top 5?
Yeah.
Why he slandering your mans?
That's a slight.
He's slandering your mans, Joe.
Yeah.
There's no way you want Deke to pick you and you said he's top 5. Unless you said he's top 5, but he's not number 5, 4, 3, or 2. I think that's the only way you can say that, man. All right, you know this, man. Come on now. Hey. Get my man right. Get him right. All right. We doing the giveaways. All right. So my man need to make sure y'all tell him something nice. All right. Give him something to feel good.
All right.
Oh, now they coming.
Yeah. Leah Warren says Ben over Brady all day. So throw Leah Warren in the mix.
Leah Warren representing the Killeen, Texas. I sees you, Leah. I sees you. She did say that too. She's like Ben over Brady any day. Shout out to her, man.
She also said Ben should have had 10 Super Bowls. The defense held him back.
I would agree. Hey, look, accountability, man. Okay. Yeah, if Ben had today's defense, Ben definitely wins multiple during that time frame. All right, he has some work in progress at the time. Deke has work in progress. All right, it'd be like that. Shout out to the homie though. Yeah. All right, so those were our 2 400 plus subscriber giveaways. Shout out to Jeff H. Shout out to Leah Warren for both of you. All right, make sure y'all send an email to Moats Winners. All right, MOATS Winners WINNERS @gmail.com. Send that to me, man. And then after that, man, I will get connected with you, verification. And then after that, man, get your items shipped out. All right. Still sticking with, like I said, man, book and signed photo. Okay. Next up, we got to do 2 for the 500 mark. All right. Because we're getting there. We're growing. Whew. Tell the homie something nice now. Don't have the homie up here being upset. He ain't gonna pick you if you upset. Okay. And no bill slander. Stay nice today. Okay. But I like where we at. Okay.
Stan Clare says TJ should have been a 3-time defensive player of the year without question.
That's actually facts too.
That is a good call.
That's definitely facts.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of the game and us kind of leaving off where we did and saying we didn't really have much more to say. TJ's letting that decoy slip a little bit.
Oh man. Oh, don't give me no. Oh, don't you, why you went? Deke, we still alive. Deke, we're still alive right now. Deke,
winners and losers.
Deke, we're still alive. You can't
today.
say these things. We're live right
and
now,
I put
bro.
TJ in the losers category.
Deke, we are live
because he's losing the decoy.
Deke, we are alive, or the stream, or YouTube. It's a lot of people that see this, bro. I know you just say this about TJ Watt, but what are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh, he's still TJ Watt. He's still the best defensive player in the league, but he's losing the decoy.
Do you know how much work it was for us to get him even talked about right now? But it's no way you don't you do that, man. Stop it. Stop it, Deke.
You need better stats for that award.
Stop it. He had the almost pick.
He's probably top on the PFF charts, though. He probably graded out as like a 98 last
Low
game.
key, I hope you're not right, but I have a feeling you're going to be right. I just need to look to entertain myself real quick. Because for certain, that would be on brand.
TJ still did have a good game yesterday, though. Don't get me wrong.
You're right. Oh.
He still had a good game. But we're missing out on those 2.5 sacks, a strip sack, a pass deflection.
The loud moments, yes.
I mean, he did have a loud moment, but it just resulted in an incomplete pass.
Yeah. But it was an impressive incompletion, though. It was very impressive.
Yeah. And the chat would probably also bring up him getting held.
A lot.
Whenever Commanders were backed up.
Yeah,
he gets held. A lot of attention to him and everything. Yeah. He still had his moments. Trust me. He still did. But you look at the stat sheet, it's more empty than usual.
It's a little light. I got to find it. I feel like I'm on the wrong one right now. This is still like the overall season one. I got to see the week to week way. Yeah, man. I'm scared. Because it's going to say something like 98. You know it's going to say like 98.
Wow, Barbarian doesn't even want to win the award now.
Oh, well, what?
He says, dude, okay, I don't even care about winning. You're bugging.
Yo, we still care about the award, though. Like, it still matters. Like, in the grand scheme of things, like.
No, he's saying he doesn't want to win the.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay. Fair enough. Jeez. Hey, man. Lord. Deke, you really caught. He's on the bad list right now. Not the bad list, but like he just ain't did enough.
It's TJ Watt.
I know.
It's TJ Watt.
Now
He's not trending in the right direction for the Depoy award. He's still the best defensive player in the league, whether he wins the award or not. I'm picking him over anyone if we're starting to draft and picking defenses.
The one benefit I think he has for his Depoy case, Parsons hasn't been doing anything. Myles Garrett is still quiet because Cleveland's like going through some Cleveland stuff. Aiden Hutchinson got hurt. Done for the year, so that's major.
Yeah, no one's stepping up. So
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, right. I'm like, he's
trending in the wrong direction right now. I think he was the favorite going in.
He's leaving room for somebody else to pop up.
Favorite anymore after yesterday.
Yeah, he's leaving room for somebody to pop up. If somebody starts getting loud, getting some picks, or touching some paint, or going a little heater with sacks on the back half, yeah, he's opening the door a little bit. Fair enough. But TJ also knows who TJ Watt is, man. So I'm on the record. I'm a TJ Watt believer. Okay, TJ gonna go out there and take everybody's head off. You ain't got TJ Watt believer. I done seen that. I done seen that one. He gonna make it work. Come on, man.
I gotta pick a winner here.
Oh yeah, man. See, you made me nervous talking about TJ and distracted me. Lord have mercy. Yeah, we gotta get 2 winners.
G. Alexander says Wagwama's TJ getting 3 sacks and a 4 fumble.
He already got one. He already won. G, you already got yours.
No, I'm just saying. He just
I was like, you already won.
And it had to do what we were talking about, so I wanted to read that before.
No, and that's a fact, though. It's his time, bro.
Oh, it's a Ravens.
It's Baltimore, too. Yeah, he always ball versus Baltimore. Always fell over in that game. Yeah.
We got 2 Browns games.
Got a Cincy game as well, 2 of them. Any prime time, you know TJ going to show up. Any divisions, he going to show up.
Okay. Who wins? Let's see. David Decker.
Shout out I just see he said me, please, right?
He's always in the house. Yeah.
Shout out to David Decker, man.
I'll give him some respect.
Shout out to David. David said, bro, just pick me, please.
Yeah.
He didn't say please. He asked you nicely. Like, he didn't have to say please. He could just like, yo, pick me, or what about me, or Deke, you never pick me. But he was like, yo, me, please. Hey, yo, shout out to you right there, David Decker. I like that right there. I like that.
So one more?
One more, man. Final one for the 500 mark as we're on our way to 50,000, man. 49,500 plus right now, man. So, yes, we got one more guy. One more. Luke Nessie says, what about me, please?
Tom J doesn't want it. He says, not me.
Ooh, okay. Shout out to Tom.
I mean,
okay.
Do we give it to Tom J?
I was going to say, I don't know if he's trying to reverse psychology or not. I don't know. It might be, though. But it's dangerous. You got to be careful with that, man.
Yeah, give it to Tom J.
All right. Tom J said, hey, look, man, you might not want it. Oh, he said you already won. That's why. Okay. Actually, let me double check. He might. Let me check my notes, man. Hopefully, I didn't erase past 300. I might have.
He would know.
Yeah, good call. Yeah, low key. Yeah, and I've already erased the notes on it. Yep. So, hey, we appreciate you having integrity, though, all right?
That's pretty fun.
Shout out to your integrity right there. Shout out to integrity. Tom J said, man, I've been in here all the time, man. So, even though I won. The book. That's right, because he did. He said he liked the book. So, shout out to you for actually reading and liking the book, man. I appreciate you on that. Good call. I'm going to stop deleting my notes, man, because, yeah, got to keep these notes up a little longer.
Now Tyler's trying to use what Tom J just did to his advantage. He's saying, "Don't pick me in all caps. Please don't pick me."
Ooh, hobby.
All right, and that's not going to work. It's all right. That was just for a minute ago. Now I've changed my mind. I'm not going to use that approach.
He said that'll work though. What? Right. I'm seeing some nice, cool perspectives of how they're going to try to go at you. Tyler from the 330 says, "I'm begging you." Right? Or he says, please don't pick me. I'm begging you. X Concept says Moats is a pure blood. You see they trying to go that route on me now? This is crazy. It ain't. Hey, this is on Deke. All right. I seen whereas Javier Gonzalez says, I'm a Spotify listener. He's like, yo, let me try to just separate. I'm trying to be all the way different.
Let's give it to him. He might be lying.
He might be lying. I would say
that's respect. If you're listening like just audio only on Spotify, you must be a real one.
Yeah. So shout out, man.
But why is he on the live right now?
That's what I'm trying to figure out as well, man. But he says he's a Spotify listener, but it could be the scenario where you catch some via audio and then some you get a chance to come on and catch it live, man. Let's find out though. Let me see. He says I can show you proof.
That's fine. I don't need it. That's too much. We're good.
My man, so I can show you proof. When they start off with proof without us asking for the proof, I ain't gonna lie. I kind of believe you, Jay.
It's Veterans Day. I'm not working.
Oh. Well, shout out. I like that then. All right. I guess I got it. Are you a veteran? Just out of curiosity. Yeah.
If you're not a veteran, you don't win.
Hey, yo, this man be lying about being a veteran, bro.
Damn, I didn't even think of that. I would have definitely gifted some veterans.
Well, look, if you want to pick a veteran, man, you can just add 2 veterans, man. If you want to add 2 veterans, we can add 2 veterans, man. Because it is Veterans Day, Deke. It is Veterans Day.
Forcework 7 says he's a veteran. Put him in.
All right, so I'm labeling it right now in my notes, so let me get this right, Deke, so I don't mess this up. These are the veterans, because it is Veterans Day. Shout out to the veterans of the world, man. All right, you said ForceWorks.
Yeah.
All right, ForceWorks 7. All right, and then get us one.
We're seeing some Call of Duty vets.
Now, see, that don't count because I'm a Call of Duty Deke. Even though I'm low key disappointed in myself, I got the.
We're keeping Javier Gonzalez, right?
Yeah, Javier's good.
We definitely need to keep him after this comment. He said, "Pick a veteran instead of me."
Oh wow!
So we have to.
Yeah, you're definitely locked in, bro. Because you're like all the way on the like good guy. Like yo, it's less about me, more about we. You checking all the boxes off the right way. So you in the pocket,
every
bro.
Test to be a winner
For certain. And you even offered evidence that wasn't even asked. All right, so shout out to that. I thought you was just gonna be like, I'm a veteran.
Did he win?
Yeah, he won last week. He won last week.
He said he's
last time. Yeah. Shout out to G Alexander being a vet. Yo, shout out to all the vets in the building, man.
Forcework 7 says he's a Navy vet.
Dude,
some additional information.
That's dope. Shout out, man. Shout out. I like it, man. Y'all about to have me in here talk. Man, where all my service members at, man? Where the service members at? Let's get it. Y'all already know how I feel about my service members, man. My pop, you know what I'm saying? My overtime ring, man. Y'all know I love my service members out here, man. Let's get it. Yeah. I see you, though, bro, Barry. And I see you, Tom Jade. Oh, glory to red, white, and blue. Come on, man. If you protected this country, man, if you signed up to fight for this country, man, helping me and the homie Deke do what we do as well,
12th
man.
Wonder.
We do. Ooh.
18 and a half years. U.S. Air Force.
18 and a half years? Yo, that's major. That is major. Shout out to 12th Wonder as well, man. So, 12th Wonder, ForceWorks 7, y'all are the 2 veterans, man, that we are, like I said, giving stuff away to as well, man. So, salute to both of you guys, man. Make sure you send an email to me, man, to moatswinners@gmail.com. Like I said, last name, Moats, and then winners, like we all win, baby. Winners@gmail.com. That way I get connected with you. Same goes for Javier Gonzalez, David Decker, Leah Warren, and Jeff H. Man, we do appreciate all of your support for the channel, man, from the heart, man. It means a lot to us, man. And like I said, man, the show only works because of y'all, man. Y'all show up in a major way, man. Each and every time we up here, whether it's live or once we upload the vids, we do appreciate that, man. So shout out to all of y'all, man. Let me got some more investment. Throw some shout outs to the homies. Jay Farrow in the building, man. Marco Prove it, on that, man. 6 years in the Bing. I like it, man. Vet status, let's go. David Decker, he's shouting out. 12th Wonder. Yeah, shout out, man. Shout out to the vets, man. Shout out to the Patriots of the world, man. We need more of y'all, man. We appreciate y'all from the heart. Definitely from the heart, man.
Red says, damn, I'm late. Moats, how did Deke blame Najee for the Warren fumble?
I did see some people ask that yesterday. It was like, is Deke going to put Jaylen Warren fumbling on Najee?
Why would I do that?
Because they said...
How would that even be possible?
They was like, yo, just at times they don't feel like you be all the way happy when Naj be successful. They be thinking like, yo, you would rather be 30 versus.
That's not true at all.
That's what I say. Yo,
I don't care.
I was like, yo, why y'all putting that slander? I was like, yo, no slander like that. But yeah, they definitely said it was like, yo, how they gonna put that on him? It's like, yo, don't do that, nah, man.
I don't even know how that'd be possible.
I'm with you. So I'm glad that we didn't find out.
I would love to hear why.
Because I'm showing somebody, yeah, I'm like, yo.
And blame Najee.
If Najee wouldn't have got hurt, did he never fumble? Or, oh, no. Yeah, I'm just glad. Don't know. I was just throwing it. That was not. No, don't you be like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, if anything, you just use the forward progress excuse, but I can't even do that. There's no way.
I was looking for that for like, oh, is that? No. I'm just thinking to myself like, man, you got to hold on to this ball, man. Hold on to the ball, man. Ooh, I don't remember if we got this one or not, man. I was just looking through Steelers Nation on Fire. He says, everyone was hyped when the dude jumped off sides, man. Gotta love everyone's reaction on our sideline as well. Wasn't sure if we had got that. But it was funny, man, going back and looking at that hard count and then watching all the players that are on the fields, different reactions to it, man. It's nothing like it. It's nothing like it. And we even got the AB dance, too. I don't know if you, shout out to Russ, man. Russ is well in tune with the culture, it looks like.
Yeah, that decision, I don't know what we ultimately were going to do, if we were going to snap or just try to get them off sides and then ultimately punt. But I didn't really have a strong take either way. I respect the aggressiveness. The ball's in your hands. Just close it out here. Get the QB sneak. I respect that. I didn't think it was the smartest or wisest move at that point. Mm-hmm. Might have been better just to punt and give Commanders a long field. I don't, because they were out of timeouts at that point.
Mm-hmm. I was back.
But then it's only 1 point. They could easily get in field goal range.
And I mean, you think about that last drive, they still.
I think we got blessed from the ref there, and that the fourth down, the whole fourth down, first down thing.
The tackle.
I don't know how they. I think they made the call and it wasn't enough to overturn it. Like if they would have called it a first down,
I think that would have been the right call too. Yeah, it's like
I didn't know what they were looking for really.
When you're challenging the spot, it's difficult, man. But it's like the knee hits, but where is the ball located? And now
forward progress.
Yeah, it was just a lot with that. But I think because of the weight of the play and the timing of it, I think they just felt like we gotta spend some time with this one, man. So I mean, I ain't tripping on it, man. I'm glad that it worked in our favor. Shout out to the tackling, man. Shout out to Mika. Shout out to Casey, man. Every inch matters. Every inch matters, man. So, but yeah, I thought the spot was actually like right though. When they did like go back and play it over, it wasn't one of those ones where I felt like, oh, we kind of got bailed out here. I think they got it right.
I just don't know what they were looking, because it looked like he actually caught it for the first down, but his movement was going backwards. Yeah. So, I'll take it absolutely.
Yeah. Hey man, find a way. That's all that matters, man. Find a way. I like it though, man. I like it. Was that all of it? It was good. I think it was everything. I mean, shoot, we back in the day tomorrow anywho, man. So shoot, I like where we at with this thing, baby. All right. Anything left on your end?
No.
I like it, man. I like it. Well, shoot, man. You already know the drill, man. Hit that like button one final time for the culture. Don't forget to subscribe. But we appreciate each and every one of y'all rocking with us today. Definitely appreciate y'all, man. Like I said, man, we're going to spin the block on y'all, man. Do it in here tomorrow. But either way, we appreciate you for tuning in. And until next time, baby.
Peace.